Very good morning, all. Can everyone hear my voice? Please let me know. Very good morning, all. I think many of you joined. Okay, let's start this session. See what we saw in last class. See, we had been discussed about basics of the matrix, and then we saw the classification of the matrix and applications of the matrix where we are going to use it, right? Like that, and then we saw how to find out the determinant for the matrix, right? And then I had given many properties. We saw the properties of matrix, right? That is why properties of the determinant, right? Now, in this session, we are going to discuss about, I said immediately after completing determinant, we are going to start inverse matrix, right? So, under rank of the matrix, we should see two people, right? We will see one by one. So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about inverse matrix, and then we are going to discuss about what do we mean by rank of the matrix, right? Rank 9, now what we are going to do while finding the rank of the matrix, right? And then we are going to see what do you mean by system of linear equations, right? You might have be wondered these things. What do you mean by linear equations and where we are going to use these things at all, right? Hopefully, I had completed all these things in signals system. We are looking for what LTI system. There is a topic is called LTI system. We have been learned the properties of the linear time invariant system, as well as when your system is going to provide a consistent solution, right? When your system is going to be inconsistent solution, right? That is inconvenient for us. Everything we are going to conclude in the matrix point of view, right? So mathematically, with the help of linear algebra, we are going to derive all those things, right? Yes. So let us see. First, I will take inverse matrix. Let us start from that, right? One by one, we will see. And before that, before proceeding inverse matrix, yesterday actually we were talking about the determinant of the matrix, right? There I forgot to given two more properties of the determinant of the matrix, right? Let us take one by one. So first one is, see, I have a matrix, right? That matrix A is given like this. Matrix A is given. Under its correspondent determinant of the matrix also given, right? So for the matrix A, its correspondent determinant can be defined as mod of A. Suppose if this matrix A is being scaled by a factor of k, right? Whereas k denotes the constant, right? Then what will be the resultant value, right? What will be the determinant, right? So the thing is, wait one second, wait a minute. For matrix A, its correspondent determinant is determinant of A. Then for Ka, right, you are requested to find out the determinant of K in the A. Of course, it's very easy, you can easily find it out, that is figure it out, right? But what type of solution it will going to give it to us? That is the question mark, right? Now let us take, I am having a matrix here, right? Let us take the matrix value as 0, -2, let us consider +2 and 0. I would like to find out the determinant offered by this matrix, right? How will you find out the determinant? If you want to know the determinant of the matrix, right? We all know that is the product of diagonal minus product of half diagonal. Whereas 2 into -2 will give you -4. Yes, such that determinant of the matrix is going to be +4. Exactly. I am really very happy with this, right? Now I am taking the same matrix. I would like to multiply it by A. If you want to multiply by A, that is a 2. I am taking matrix A and I would like to multiply by 2. Then what will be the resultant matrix? Then in the resultant matrix, each and every factor or each and every element in the matrix is going to be multiplied by a factor of 2, such that 0 into 2 will become 0, -2 into 2 will become -4, and 2 into 2 will become +4. Yes, 0 into 2 will become 0. That is the new matrix. Now, I would like to determine the determinant for this matrix, right? That is, determinant of the new matrix is once again, what is the formula? Product of diagonal minus product of half diagonal, such that 4 into minus 4 will going to give you minus 16. After we have one more minus, so minus into minus will become plus 16. Clear? So the determinant of this matrix is going to be 16. Actually, what is the difference between these two? The thing is, let me write the relation, right? Can I write the equation like this? In the 16 நான் வந்து என்ன break பண்றேன், என்ன break பண்றேன்னா 4 into 4 அப்படின்னு break பண்றேன், right? Is there any mistake? No. And again I am reducing this function. This 4 can be rewritten as 2 power 2 into 4. Is there any mistake? No. Again I am reducing. Let me introduce, right? Instead of having 2, suppose if it is scaled by a factor of k, then what happens? Instead of getting 4, you will have twice of k. Instead of having 4, you will have twice of k. Then what happens? If you are finding the determinant, it is going to be, you are going to get 4 times of k square. Do you agree with me? Yes. Then what will you get here? It is going to be 4 times of k square. Exactly. And this is going to be 4 times of k square. Such that your answer is going to be what? 4 times of or k square times of 4. Whereas this 4 is known as the determinant of matrix A, right? So it can be rewritten as, right, for 2 and considering k now. So here I am getting k square times of determinant of actual matrix. So what is the conclusion here? For a matrix A, if its determinant is mod of A, that is determinant of A, for matrix A is, you know how to find. Suppose if your matrix is being scaled by a factor of k, then its resultant determinant is what will happen? In its resultant determinant is nothing but what? Already for matrix A, its corresponding determinant is given. கொடுத்திருக்க determinant நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? இங்க என்ன scaling factor நீங்க மல்டிபிள் பண்றீங்களோ அந்த scaling factor you have to do the square. Anyway, here why we are getting square? Why? Because order of the matrix is 2 cross 2. Let me generalize, right? Now, for a n cross n matrix, for an n cross n matrix, its correspondent determinant is A. Suppose if this n cross n matrix is being scaled by a factor of k, if this n cross n matrix is being scaled by a factor of k, it's a constant, then its correspondent determinant is going to be k power n into mod A. Do you agree with me? Yes. Why? For a 2 cross 2 matrix, we got k square. Suppose if I am considering 3 cross 3 matrix, then you will get k cube. If I will consider n cross n matrix, then its answer is going to be k power n into determinant of A. That is the next property of our determinant of the matrix. Okay. Now, let me rub these things. Okay. So this is all about determinant of the matrix. I hope things are very clear to you all, right? That is the final property that I forgot to give, right? Okay, fine. So next, I said we should talk about inverse of the matrix, right? So let us start with the inverse of the matrix. So whenever we are looking for inverse matrix, what do you mean by inverse matrix? Already I have told you now. Inverse matrix அப்படினா நீங்க ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ்ல வந்து ஒரு காம்போனன்ட் எடுத்துக்கிட்டா, right? For an example, I am having an object here. I am having an object here. Now, I would like to shift this object from this position to this position. That is called vector shifting in space. Yes or no? Why it is called a vector? Why? Because its direction is changing. See, initially from the origin. For example, I am standing on the earth. Now, earth by using my hand, right? I am keeping a ball. Right? Ball, right? Such that, right? Exactly at a particular distance, I am just carrying a ball, right, in my hand. I would like to shift the direction. That is, I would like to move the position of the ball. Initially, I am carrying the ball here. Now, I am going to carry the ball here, right? Such that I am increasing the length, right? I said already, right? Now, what will happen? Initially, I would like to carry the same ball at this position. If I compare these two, see that initially I was keeping the ball here. Now, your ball is being moved here with the help of what I have done here. First thing is, initially its angle is theta 1, now its new angle is going to be theta 2. It means direction of the position is being changed. Initially the origin வந்து நம்ம பாக்கும்போது ஒரு 10 டிகிரில இருக்கு. Now I am tilting it, right? So நான் இத வேற இடத்துக்கு கொண்டு போயிருக்கேன்னா theta is changing. At the same time, did you notice one more thing? Length of the function also being changed. I said these terms will be different in terms of eigenvector, that is its direction and the magnitudes are being defined by eigenvector, right? Eigenvector, and the increment of length will be different in terms of eigenvalue. Do you remember? Yes. But anyway, yes, this is how we are shifting an object, right, in this space from one point to another point. That is called the 3D object. So that is three-dimensional. That is, we are doing something in three-dimensional, right? So I am taking an object in this space, and I am trying to move that object from one point to another point, right? Exactly. That is perfect. Now, after moving that ball, listen. இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன்னா இங்க இருந்து எங்க போயிட்டேன். Again, one more people, that is from your side, one person is coming, and he is letting me, he is pushing my hand to keep the ball in the same its original position, right? Initially எந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருந்தனோ அதே பொசிஷனுக்கு வந்து திரும்ப வர நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க, புஷ் பண்ணி நீங்க கொண்டு போறீங்க. That is called reverse process. That is called A inverse. Simply, if you want to understand the meaning of A inverse, it means already an object had been, right, repositioned, right, or it may be traveling from one point to another point. Now you are trying to bring that object again to its original position. Clear? That is called what? Inverse matrix. That process is called what? Inverse matrix. Clear? Yes. So now meaning in control system we are doing this, but indirectly we are doing what we are doing in root locus. What we are doing, root locus நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருப்போம், in case of root locus we will be able to shift the location of the pole. நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம், poles வந்து ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு பாயிண்ட்ல வந்து நம்மால கொண்டு போக முடியும். Such that according to control system concept, in control system we have been analyzing the properties of stable systems, unstable systems, marginally stable systems. All properties we have been analyzed. Suppose if any one person is standing on the right half of the S-plane, then that system is called unstable system. Or pole on the right half of the S-plane, then the system on the unstable. Now you can shift that pole towards the left half of the S-plane with the help of root locus. By adjusting the value of the controller or k, we can shift the location of the pole from one point to another point, such that an unstable system can be what? Again regaining, right, its stability. That is called what? Inverse matrix in linear algebra. So the conclusion is over, right? So you might have understand these things, but here let's start the next one, right? So let us start the mathematics point of view, how we are going to define this inverse matrix and all. Okay, if you want to know the inverse matrix, the generalized format to obtain the inverse matrix is A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Clear? Determinant of A into adjoint of A, right? Now let us take the 2 cross 2 matrix, right? So the minimum order is, let us go ahead with the 2 cross 2 matrix, right? Okay, fine. If you want to obtain the value of adjoint of A for the A inverse for the 2 cross 2 matrix, already I had been told you, we can go with what? There is a direct shortcut to obtain the 2 cross 2 matrix inverse, right? The procedure is what? For example, if a 2 cross 2 matrix is given as A, B, C, D, that is 2 cross 2 matrix. Now for this 2 cross 2 matrix, I would like to find out the value of A inverse. If you want to know the value of A inverse, then you have to find out the value of determinant of A. You have to find out the value of determinant of A. Now what is the determinant of A? That is A into D minus B into C. Correct? That is product of diagonal minus product of half diagonal. And the second thing is, how will you find out the adjoint of A? If you want to know the value of adjoint of A, then I said interchange, right, the position of diagonal elements, right, so such that D will become here, A will go here, and change the sign of half diagonal elements such that it will become minus B and minus C. That is going to be the adjoint of the matrix. Once you find these two people, then you can directly estimate the value of A inverse of the matrix. A inverse of the, then what will be the answer? That is going to be 1 upon determinant of A into, sorry, let us substitute the answer here. Determinant of A, what we found? We found that is AD minus B into C, exactly, and its adjoint going to be what? DC, right? Sorry, DA, and this is going to be minus B minus C. Clear? That is going to be the A inverse matrix for a 2 cross 2, right, system, right? Let us take some of the examples in order to bring the answer for this system, right? Let me run this one. Okay, let me start here itself, right? Because we have space now. Okay, for an example, right? For an example, let me consider. Let us take some examples for this, right? Now I have a system like this: 2, 3, 1, 4. I would like to find out, this is for a given matrix, find the value of A inverse, right? Find the value of A inverse. How will you find out the A inverse? If you want to know the value of A inverse, right? So what is the procedure? If you want to obtain the value of A inverse, then I am in need of determinant of the matrix as well as adjoint of the matrix. Now we all know how to find out the determinant of the matrix, right? So let me rub this one quickly. Let us bring the answer, right? Now the answer is what? First step, find out the determinant of the matrix. Determinant is going to be, it is the product of diagonal, exactly, that is 2 into 4 is 8, minus product of off diagonal, that is 1 into 3, that is going to be 3. So 8 minus 3 will give you the value of 5. Similarly, when we are looking for adjoint of A, I said if you want to know the value of adjoint of A, that is very simple process when we have 2 cross 2 matrix. Adjoint of A in the sense just interchange the position of diagonal elements and change the sign of off diagonal elements. Clear? That's all. That is how we are obtaining the value of adjoint of A and A. Now we can directly substitute the values. Right? Now we can directly substitute the values in order to obtain the resultant answer. Let me do it. Now its resultant answer is going to be 1 upon 5, right, in bracket we are going to get 4 minus 3 minus 1 2. That is the A inverse for the given matrix. That is the answer for the given matrix, right? Now let us take one more example, right? I have a matrix like this, right? I have a matrix. It is given as J, right? Let me consider 1 plus J. Let us consider 0. Let me consider what I can say minus J, right? It is given like this. Now you are requested to find out the A inverse for the given matrix. How will you find? Let's see how to find the answer for this one. Yeah, let me do these things first. Let us bring the answer, right? Once again, our target is first obtain the determinant of the matrix. Determinant of the matrix is going to be, see the product of diagonal J into minus J, right? So J into minus J will become J square. Exactly. We all know that is complex variable, right? So J square value is what, right? In complex domain, value of J square should be equal to minus 1. We all know, right? So we can replace it by minus 1, right? Minus product of off diagonal. 0 into 1 plus J will become 0 only. So see that J square equal to 1 minus 1. Already we have one more minus, such that it will become plus 1. So the determinant for the given matrix is going to be plus 1. Let us find out the adjoint of this matrix. Let us find out the adjoint of this matrix, right? Adjoint of another. If you want to find out the adjoint, that is very simple. Just interchange the position of diagonal elements. So it is going to be minus J. It is going to be plus J. And what about off diagonal? We have to change the sign. That's all, right? So sign means minus of 1 plus J. Now I would like to change the sign of 0. Now tell me, is there any difference between minus 0 plus 0? No. 0 is worthless information, right? So just I can consider 0. Clear? Such that it's A inverse for this matrix, right? So A inverse for the given matrix is going to be, right? Anyway, determinant value is 1. So we know the formula, right? So what is the formula? A inverse formula, that is 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Exactly, that is correct. But the conclusion is, since the determinant value is 1, so 1 by 1 is going to be 1 only. So directly I am writing adjoint of the matrix is going to be what? Minus J minus of 1 plus J, right? So here it is going to be 0 and here it is going to be plus J. I hope things are clear to you all, right? Yes, right? Now, next what I am going to do now? Wait, let me rub these things. Yeah. That's all. So that is how we are obtaining inverse of a matrix, right? Let me rub these things. Now let us moving on to the second model, that is called 3 cross 3 matrix. Right? Now in order to obtain the A inverse for 3 cross 3 matrix, we people are following two methods. Some people are right, some of you calling it as shortcut, right? That method, right? Just you people are calling like this, right? I don't want to call this shortcut. You can just go with that procedure in order to obtain the 3 cross 3 matrix, right? So let us see, for a 3 cross 3 matrix, we have two methods. You can just follow which is the easiest one for you. It's your convenient, right? Okay. First, let me write the formula once again. 3 cross 3 matrix in the sense we should consider A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, right? Yes. Now the target is we have to achieve the value of A inverse. Once again, the formula to obtain A inverse is, please guys don't write this one, I am going to keep some values for this one, right? So that is going to be A inverse equal to 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. For that, let me write, now keep like this. I am going to consider some values for an example, right? So just to consider like this, I am going to keep some example value because numerically we can understand very well, right? So ABC means let's substitute some value 1 to 1, right? Let us consider 3 to 1. Let us consider 2, 3, 1. Clear? 2, 3, 1. Sorry, 2, 3, 2. Let us consider like this. Fine. So I have some example here. I would like to find out the determinant of this matrix. Shall we proceed? Yes, sorry. A inverse of this matrix. Now, in order to obtain the A inverse for this given 3 cross 3 matrix, if I said there are 2 methods, right? Let us go ahead with the method number 1. In method number 1, first step, find out the determinant of this matrix. For determinant, you can go with any one row or any one column. You all know the procedure, right? Anyway, we have been habituated with the first row. Now, let me proceed with that one. So, first row, 1 into, right? How will you find? That is 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 3 will give you 1, exactly. And then, minus 2 into, neglect its corresponding column and row. Then, 3 into 2 will give you 6. 6 minus 2 will give you 4. Clear? And then we should consider plus 1 such that its corresponding column and row will be neglected. 3 into 3 will become 9. 9 minus 9 minus 4 will give you 5. Right? So what will be the answer here? Its answer is going to be, see there, 1 minus 8 plus 5. So its answer is 5 plus 1 will be 6. 6 minus 2, sorry, 6 minus 8 will give you minus 2. So we found the determinant. So in the second task, right? So this is the step number 1, just to find out the determinant offered by the matrix. So in the step number 2, one second, I have to see whether it is visible or not. I think this zone is visible to you all, right? So let me write the matrix here. I don't know whether it is okay. Guys, wait a second. I have to put the border here such that I will be able to go to margin. That's fine. Okay, let's go now. Fine. Okay, let us take in the second step. What I am going to do in the second step, I am going to take the 3 cross 3 matrix. Given 3 cross 3 matrix, that is 1 to 1, 3 to 1. In the third, I have 2, 3, 2, right? Exactly. 1 to 1, 3 to 1, 2, 3, 2. அது அப்படியே எழுதிட்டு என்ன பண்றீங்க அப்படினா repeat first two columns திரும்ப எழுதுங்க, right? So that is first two columns are again repeated here. That is 1, 3, 2. That is first column. Second column again rewrite the second column. 2, 2, 3. எழுதி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் now repeat the first row here. First row 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Repeat the second row. That is going to be 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Clear? So after repeating this one, now let's see how to find out the inverse for this 3 cross 3 matrix. இது ஃபுல்லா எழுதி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் neglect the first row and first column. Clear? Neglect the first row and first column. Then you can find some new matrix. இப்போ இந்த new matrix போய்ட்டு என்ன பண்ண போறீங்க அப்படினா see there, first select the first subsquare matrix. 2 cross 2 matrix. First 2 cross 2 matrix find out the determinant for this one. Right? Determinant find money. Let me write the answer. Determinant in the sense 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 3 will give you 1. Right here. Right? Second, select the next 2 cross 2. 3 into 1, 3. Minus 4 will give you minus 1. Guys, listen. I am performing operation in column. But your resultant answer will be written in the row. நீங்க காலம்ல ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணும்போது ரோட் ஆன்சர் வரும். Clear? That's all. That is the one only thing that you have to remember, right? This is in the model one. Again, 2 into 1, 2 minus 2 into 1 will give you 0. Right in the last value of the first row. Now repeat. Select the second 2. Right? Now first things are over. Now let me rub this one. Repeat the same process. Now what you have to do? Listen. In order to do this operation, select the first 2 columns. Perform the operation, and then select the first one is 1 and 2, and then we should go with the 2 and 3, and then we should go with the 3 and 4. Same operation. Clear? Now select the 2 and 3. Right? Repeat the same process. 1 into 2, 2 minus 2 into 3, 6. 2 minus 6 will give you minus 4. Next, 2 into 1 minus 2 into 1 will give you 0. Next, 3 minus 1 will give you 2. Now select the last one. 3 into 3, 9. Minus 4 will give you 5. Exactly. And then 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 3 will give you 1, and then 1 into 2, 2 minus 6 will give you minus 4. Clear? So that is called adjoint of the matrix. This is going to be the adjoint of matrix. Clear? Once you find the adjoint, then you can directly write. So this is the second step, right? Then you can write the answer for your A inverse. So A inverse is going to be determinant of the matrix is already found, that is minus 2, so that is minus 1 by 2, because 1 by determinant of A, that is minus 1 by 2, and you can write the adjoint of the matrix now. So 1, minus 1, 0, minus 4, 0, 2, 5, 1, minus 4. Clear? So that is method number 1, right? Now in the second method, let's see how to proceed. That is method number 2. I will take many examples, then you will get the clear idea, right? No, don't be panic. Let's see. Let me rub this one. Let us go ahead with the model number 2. In method number 2 also, first step you have to find out the determinant of the matrix. Step number 1, find the determinant offered by the matrix. So find the determinant in the sense, listen, we know how to find out the determinant for the given matrix. Now your next task, once you find the determinant offered by the matrix, right? Now your next task is, we have to obtain the value of adjoint of A. We have to obtain the value of adjoint of A, right? So if you want to obtain the value of adjoint of A, that is very simple, right? Once again, but in this method is we have to perform one by one, step by step, right? What you have to do? Select, listen, take a 3 cross 3 matrix, select the first element A11, right? Neglect its correspondent column and correspondent row. Neglect its correspondent column and correspondent row, and then அப்ப இதுல இருந்து நீங்க எந்த எலிமெண்ட்டை செலக்ட் பண்றீங்களோ அதோட correspondent row and column neglect பண்ணிட்டு, and then select this person. அதோட subsquare matrix ஒன்னு ஜெனரேட் ஆகலையா, அந்த subsquare matrixக்கு just find out the determinant, right? If you find out the determinant, of course these two are similar only, same method. இதுல இருந்து அதை அப்சர்வ் பண்ணி அந்த மாதிரி டைரக்டா எழுதிருப்பாங்க, right? If you notice these things, you will come to know that one, right? See there, அங்கே நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், first row first column neglect பண்ணுவோம், same thing, right? Neglect பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் perform the row column operation. 2 into 2 will give you 4. 4 minus 3 will give you what? 1, right? So first value, right? First we are getting 1. See that we are getting 1. Yes. Next நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க அப்படினா, but the thing is, நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படினா, இந்த value perform பண்ணும்போது you should think, you have to keep one more thing in your mind, whether in front of 1, whether we are going to carry plus 1 or minus 1, right? So let me conclude. Wait a minute, slowly you will understand. Now select the second person. That is called cofactor actually. That is called cofactor of the minor elements. Let us see. I will demonstrate. Select the second variable. Second variable select பண்ணி, neglect its correspondent column and correspondent row. Find out the determinant. See there, 3 into 2 will give you 6. 6 minus 2. இப்போ நீங்க இந்த row column neglect பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படினா, இங்க யார் இருக்கா? 3 2 1 2. Perform the operation. 3 into 2 6. 6 minus 2 will give you the value of, that is, அப்ப என்ன பண்ணும், 6 minus 2 will give you the value of 4. But what I had been told you, see there, I am selecting row elements. நீங்க row செலக்ட் பண்றீங்க அப்படினா உங்களுக்கு ரிசல்ட்ல கிடைக்கிற ஆன்சரை காலம்ல எழுதணும். காலமை செலக்ட் பண்றீங்க அப்படினா ரிசல்ட்ல கிடைக்கிற ஆன்சர் ரோல எழுதணும். See there, I am selecting first row, I am traveling along with row number 1 only. அப்ப row number 1 க்கு கரெஸ்பாண்டா உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கிற எல்லா ஆன்சரையும் நீங்க காலம்ல ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணனும். At the same time, whether this in front of this நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ற வேல்யூக்கு முன்னாடி பிளஸ் வருமா மைனஸ் வருமா அப்படிங்கறத யார் டிசைட் பண்ணுவா? -1 whole power I plus j will decide that one. We all know, right? I plus j in the sense what? I is nothing but what? Row. J denotes column. Such that first நம்ம செலக்ட் பண்ணது A11. 1 plus 1 will give you even number. Yes. அப்ப இங்க என்ன வரும்? +1. நீங்க செகண்ட் செலக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கிறது A12. A12 அப்படிங்கிறது 1 plus 2 will give you odd number. அப்ப என்ன வரணும்? நீங்க ஆன்சர் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் you have to put minus and then keep it in the first column, because I am performing operation with the row, resultant answer will be keep it in the column, right? Same thing I have been told you here also, right? நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், perform the column operation, put the corresponding answer in the row. If you are performing row operation, put the corresponding answer in the column, right? You can also go like this, then also get the answer. It does not matter at which way you are trying to bring the answer, right? Fine, let us proceed. அப்ப third value என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, in order to obtain the third value, select the third one, that is 1. Its corresponding value is what? A13. Sorry, A13. A13 in the sense 1 plus 3 will give you 4, that is even number. So there is no changes in the sign. Sign is positive, right? Now for the selected number, I will have to neglect the corresponding column and the row. Then perform the 2 plus 2, that is find the determinant of this one. 3 into 3 will give you 9. 9 minus 4 will give you 5. But at the 5 நீங்க எங்க வைக்கணும்? In its corresponding column. Why? Because I am going with the row. Let us select the second row that is 3. இப்போ select பண்றீங்க அப்படினா neglect its correspondent row and correspondent column. Neglect its correspondent row and correspondent column. One second. Yeah, perform the operation. Neglect. இப்போ நம்ம 3 select பண்றோம் அப்படினா இதோட correspondent row and column neglect பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா you are getting what? This 2 1 3 2 மட்டும் வரும். 2 into 2 will give you 4. 4 minus 3 will give you 1, right? So 4 minus 3 will give you 1, but in front of 1 whether I have to keep plus 1 or minus 1. For that I have to choose. நீங்க எந்த percent select பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? We are in A21, correctா? 2 plus 1 will give you what? 3 odd number. So definitely I have to keep minus 1. But அந்த minus 1 எங்க வரணும்? In this second column. Why? Because I am performing the operation in the second row. Second row would corresponding answer will be placed in the second column. Now select the second row, second value. இங்க யார் இருக்கா? A22. 2 plus 2 what? Even number. Even number means sign is positive. What about the determinant? Either a correspondent column and a correspondent row will be neglected such that 1 1 2 2. So 1 into 1 sorry 1 into 2 minus 2 into 1 will give you 0. Do you agree? Yes. Next one. Directly you can perform. You don't need to write step by step, right? We are not in the that is middle class. Fine. Select the last one. அடுத்து என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? neglect its first of all இந்த பர்சனோட நேம் என்ன? That is second row last column A31. 3 plus 1 will give you even number, that is 4, right? 4 in the sense what I have to do? Even number in the sense we have to perform the operation, right? Plus 1. You have to perform the operation with the plus 1, right? Neglect the correspondent column and row. Neglect பண்ணினா என்ன வரும்? 1 into 3 minus 4 will give you minus 1 directly, right? So you can write the answer as minus 1, right? And once again இங்க என்ன வந்திருக்கு? We are getting plus 1, right? Wait a minute. I have to neglect its correspondent column and row. 1 into 3 minus 4 will give you minus 1. இங்க என்ன தப்பு பண்ணிட்டோம்? That is A21, A22, A23. Sorry guys. 2 plus 3 will give you plus 5, right? Odd number. We have to consider one more minus. So one more minus அப்படினா 3 minus 4 will give you minus 1. In the formula we will get one more minus 1 such that we are getting plus 1. Right? Sorry. Next select the third one, that is A31. A31 in the sense A31 3 plus 1 will give you 4, correct? Even number. So I am going to get plus 1 only. Plus neglect its correspondent column and row such that we are getting 2 plus 2 matrix, but 2 into 1 minus 2 into 1 will give you 0, right? Did we got 0 already? Yes. Let us go ahead with the next one. Select the second person, right? If I am going with this one, that is going to be what? This is third row second column such that it is going to be A32. So 3 plus 2 will give you odd number. Definitely I have to consider minus, right? So we have to consider one minus. Neglect its correspondent column and row such that I am getting 1 into 1 minus 3 will give you minus 2. Already we have one more minus such that it will become plus 2. Now here last value, its correspondent column and row will be neglected. 1 into 2 minus 6, right? 1 into 2 minus 6 now minus 4. And here this is A33. 3 plus 3 will become 6, even number. That will give you plus 1. Plus 1 into what? Minus 6. Sorry. 2 minus 6 now minus 4. Right? So we are getting what? Minus 4. See, is there any difference in between these two answers? No. So in order to obtain the adjoint of A, either you can go with this method or you can go with this one method. Right? Which one is that is உங்களுக்கு எது வந்து ரொம்ப கம்ஃபர்ட்டபிளா இருக்கோ அதை நீங்க ஃபாலோ பண்ணிக்கலாம், right? Okay, fine. Let us take some other examples. See, once you find the adjoint of A, you all know the value of inverse of the matrix. Determinant of the matrix is known now. Now you can easily substitute that value here. Adjoint of A you can directly consider here, such that you can find out the value of A inverse of the matrix, right? So let us take some more examples. That is 3 more examples in order to. Is it okay? Whether these things are going clear? Yeah. Fine. See, here it is heavy rain. This is the first time we are facing this much of flooding. Yeah, fine. Let's continue. Next, what I am going to do? The thing is, let us take some other example, right? For example, a matrix is defined as. Let us take 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, something they said, right? And you are requested to find out the A inverse of the matrix. A inverse of the matrix is what, right? How will you find out the A inverse? If you want to know the value of A inverse of the matrix, right? So let us the formula is what? 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Okay, let us go ahead with the model number 1. That is method number 1. That's your wish. It's depending on your mentality. That is whether you either you can go with the model number 1 or model number 2. That is both the same only. There are some people are telling that the model number 1 you will get the answer within fraction of second. You can do the same thing in model number 2 also, because model number 2 you direct answer போடலாம். That is எதுமே எழுத தேவையில்லை. Shall we? Okay, let me do one thing. Let us write the answer in model number 2. Determinant of A is what? First to find out the determinant of A, right? So that is 1 into 3 into 1 minus 8, right? That will give you the value of minus 5. Next, minus 2 into, let us see, 4 minus 6 will give you what? Minus 2. Next, plus 3 into 16 minus 9, right? Will give you the value of 6, right? I am getting, 7. 16 minus 9, I am getting 7, okay? Let us see, that is going to be minus 5 exactly, and minus into minus will become plus 4, yes, plus 21, such that 21 plus 4 will become 25, 25 minus 5 will give you 20, right? While doing calculations, if I will make any mistakes, please correct it by yourself, because it's simple mathematics only, right? If I will make any mistakes in multiplication or some addition, subtraction, you can just correct it by yourself, okay? It might happen unknowingly, right? Fine. Okay, that is how we are finding determinant of the matrix. What is our next task? Obtaining the adjoint of the matrix. Either you can go with the model number 1 or model number 2. Model number 1. Proceed பண்ணலாமா? Yes. We all know this is மைண்ட்ல நீங்க போட்டுக்கலாம். A11 1 plus 1 அப்படிங்கிறது ஈவன் நம்பர். அப்ப கண்டிப்பா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிளஸ் தான் வரும். நெக்ஸ்ட் இதோட கரஸ்பாண்டன்ட் ரோ அண்ட் காலம் நெக்லெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா 3 minus 8 will give you minus 5. So such that first value is going to be minus 5. Second, select the second person. Second person க்கு என்ன வரும்? Formula itself will have a minus. நீங்க ரோவை செலக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா இதுக்கு கரஸ்பாண்டண்டா கிடைக்கிற ஆன்சரை காலம்ல எழுதணும். காலமை செலக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா அதுக்கு கரஸ்பாண்டண்டா கிடைக்கிற ஆன்சர் ரோல எழுதணும். Clear? Transposition we have to take, right? Let us take the second one. இப்போ நான் 2 செலக்ட் பண்றேன் அப்படினா 2 எந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கா? A11 A12. A12 அப்படினா என்னது? That is odd number. 1 plus 2 will give you odd number, na? Right? Odd number அப்படினா we have to consider minus. Corresponding row and column neglect பண்ணீங்கன்னா 4 minus 6 will give you minus 2. Or you have one more minus, so it is going to be plus 2. Next, third person. இது A13. A13 னா இது plus. See, simply you can write. அப்ப இங்க என்ன வரும்? Plus இங்க minus இங்க plus. That's all, right? So அப்ப இங்க என்ன வரும்? Its corresponding row and column will be neglected. 16 minus once again I am going to get 9 only, right? So for 16 minus 9 போட்டீங்கன்னா you are going to get 7. Yes. Right? Whether it is plus 7 or minus 7. That is going to be plus 7. Why? I am getting A13. A13 அப்படினா what I have to do? A13 in the sense 1 plus 3 will give you even number. Select the second one. Second in the sense I have to go with the second row. 4 select பண்ணிக்கோங்க. இது எந்த பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கு? Second row first column A21. 2 plus 1 odd number. Its corresponding row and column will be neglected such that 2 minus 12. We have to go 2 minus 12 will give you minus 10, right? So minus 10 already we are in what? A21. We are in A21. Second row first column. இதுல ஒரு minus வருமா? Such that I am going to get what? So I am repeating once again, that is 2 minus 12 will give you minus 10. Here we have one more minus such that it is going to be plus 10. It's over. Yes. Select the second person. Corresponding இந்த person select பண்ணி அதோட row and column neglect பண்ணோம். இதோட question A22 will give you even number. அப்ப டைரக்ட்டா அப்படியே ஆன்சர் எழுதிக்கலாம். இத neglect பண்ணிக்க. What I have to do the thing is, if I am neglecting this one, right? 1 into 1, right? Minus 3 into 3 9. 1 minus 9 will give you what? Minus 8. See there, I am performing operation with the row. So answer in column எழுதணும். Clear? One thing all what to understand. See இப்ப நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம்? A11 அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு plus consider பண்ணுமா? அப்ப ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இது மைனஸ் வரும், இது பிளஸ் வரும். அதே மாதிரி இங்க பாருங்க இது பிளஸ் இங்க நம்ம என்ன கன்சிடர் பண்ணுவோம்? A21. A21 அப்படிங்கிறது ஆட் நம்பர். அப்ப இது மைனஸ் அப்ப அடுத்து இங்க பிளஸ் வரும். இது மைனஸ்னா இதுக்கு அடுத்து வரது பிளஸ், இதுக்கு அடுத்து இங்க வரது மைனஸா இருக்கும். இது பிளஸ்னா இதுக்கு அடுத்து வரது மைனஸா இருக்கும், இதுக்கு அடுத்து வரது பிளஸ்ஸா இருக்கும். இங்க நம்ம சைன் கன்சிடர் பண்ண முடியாது. அப்ப நீங்க டைரக்ட்டா ஒரே டைம் எழுதிட்டு அப்படியே கூட போட்டுக்கலாம் one step, right? Anyway, let us go ahead with the last element. இதோட corresponding row and column neglect பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படினா 4 minus 6, right? 4 minus 6 will give you what? 4 minus 6 will give you what? Minus 2, right? Minus 2 இங்க minus consider பண்ண நான் சொல்லிருக்கேன். அப்ப plus 2. That's all. Now select 3. Corresponding column and row will be neglected. 4 minus 9 will give you minus 5. இங்க plus தான் இருக்கு, so plus into minus will give you minus 5. Next, in the minus consider பண்ணனும். இதோட corresponding column and row neglect பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா 1 into 2 2 minus 12 will give you minus 10. Or we have one more minus and that will become plus 10. Last term, here I have plus, corresponding row and column will be neglected. 3 minus 8, right? So 3 minus 8 will give you minus 5. And here we have plus only, such that it is going to be minus 5. It is over, that's all. That is how we are performing adjoint of A. Once you find the value of adjoint of A, then you can write the answer for A inverse. So the value of A inverse is going to be what? 1 by, determinant of A is 1 by 20, and the inverse of the matrix is going to be, you can write your answer as minus 5, 10, minus 5, and here it is going to be 2, minus 8, 10, and here it is going to be 7, 2, minus 5. Okay. That's your wish. Either you can go with the model number, that is method number 1 or method number 2. I am feeling comfortable with method number 1 here. So this is method number 2. At sometimes I am feeling comfortable with method number 1. That's our mind, right? Based on the practice that we are doing, right? That's regular method faster mind, but automatically you can just follow it. Okay, fine. That's all. So that is how we are finding A inverse of this matrix. That is the clustering matrix, right? That's enough, right? Okay, fine. Now, what is our next task? In the same way, you can also find the, see, this is procedure will be same. Whichever the procedure that I had given for method number 2. Method number 2, method number 2 will be commonly applicable for all order of the matrix. You can go with the 4 plus 4, 5 plus 5, but you won't be tested for 4 plus 4 and 5 plus 5 and all, because time consumption is the matter, right? So let us start with the 3 plus 3 matrix, just to understand the procedure generally. Okay, that's enough, right? Now, what I have to do in this case, let me ask you some question. Right? For an example, I have a matrix A. I would like to know its correspondent A inverse. Again, I have a matrix B. I would like to know its correspondent inverse of the matrix. Now, I have matrix A and B. I would like to know its correspondent whole inverse. That is the question mark. Okay. Now, we have to do this one. For that, let us take matrix A quickly. Let us take some example. 2 cross 2 matrix I will select. 1, 2, 2, 3. Let's go ahead like this. And let me select matrix B. And its matrix, let us consider 1, 4. Let me consider 2, 1. Right? That's enough. Fine. Now, what we are going to do? Let us find out the determinant of a daily matrix. First step. Okay. First, directly. Shall we find out the A inverse for this matrix directly? Yes. Let me write the answer A inverse. First of all, what is the determinant? 3 minus 4 will give you minus 1, such that 1 by minus 1 we have to consider, right? In the bracket we should consider adjoint of the matrix. Determinant is what? 3 minus 4 will give you minus 1. Adjoint, we have to interchange the position of diagonal, change the sign of off diagonal, such that this is going to be minus 2, minus 2. Here we have 3 under 2. If I pass the minus inside, 1 by minus 1 and regular, and the will pass it will become minus 3 plus 2 plus 2 minus 2. That is the A inverse. Repeat the same procedure for B inverse. Find out the determinant. 4 minus 2 will give you 2, such that it is going to be 1 by 2. Exactly, right? So let me do one thing. Let us raise the value as 3, because simplicity. I would like to consider some simple values. I don't want to do some divisions and all. So 4 minus 3 will give you 1, such that I am getting 1 by 1. Right? Let us go ahead with the adjoint of the matrix. Adjoint is what? Interchange the position of the off diagonal, that is 4, 1. Right? Sorry, interchange the position of diagonal, change the sign of off diagonal, minus 1, minus 3. That is going to be B inverse. Now I said I would like to know the value of AB whole inverse, right? For that, first find out the value of AB. AB in the sense we should consider what? Product. Let me write the answer directly. How will you find? If I multiply these two, first select the row of the first matrix, column of the second matrix, such that 1 into 1 plus 2 into 3 will give you 7, right? Yes. Similarly, select the first row with the second column, right? If I go with the first row and the second column, 1 into 1 plus 2 into 4, 8, such that you are going to get 9, right? You are going to get 9. Now, next one, select the second row, right, with the first column. Again, perform the operation with the first column, such that 2 into 1 plus 3 into 3 will going to give you 11. Clear? Now, select the first row with the second column, such that 2 into 1 plus 3 into 12 will give you 14, right? So, the answer is what they are going to get. That is going to be AB. Now, I would like to get the value of AB whole inverse. I said, right? So, I have to find out the, what I can say, AB whole inverse. I have to find out the value of AB whole inverse. Once again, we have to find the formula is we have to find out the determinant of the matrix, such that if you want to apply the determinant, let me do it. 7 times of 14 is how much? 7 times of 14 is 98, I think, right? If I make any mistakes, please correct me. 7 times of 14 is 70, yeah, that is 98 only, right? 98 minus 9 times of 11 will be what? 99, such that we are going to get minus 1, right? So I am going to get minus 1. Let us see how do we find out the adjoint of the matrix. Interchange the position 47, change the sign of diagonal element. But after we have to pass this minus inside, minus plus plus minus. Clear? That's all. That is KB whole inverse. Now I would like to find out the value of A inverse into B inverse as well as B inverse into A inverse. Okay, first let me do one thing quickly. Let us find out the value of B inverse into A inverse. Right? Already we know the value of B inverse and A inverse, right? So first consider B inverse. B inverse is 4 minus 1 minus 3 and 1, right? And what about the value of A inverse? A inverse is minus 3, 2, 2, minus 2, right? Let me prove it. Let us consider first row with the first column, right? So 4 into minus 3 will give you, let me write it for understanding, minus 12, and the minus 1 into minus 2 will give you minus 2, right? Such that let us select the second one. 4 into 2 will give you 8, and the minus 1 into minus 2 will become plus 2, right? Sorry, plus 1, plus 1. Oh, 4 into 2 will give you 8, and minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 2 only now. 4 into 2 will be 8 exactly, and then minus 1 into minus 2 will be plus 2 only. Yes, sorry, I made mistake. அப்போ இங்க நான் மிஸ்டேக் பண்ணிட்டோம். அதை கரெக்ஷன் பண்ணுங்க. Wait, I will do it. First let us see. இதை கண்டினியூ பண்ணுங்க. minus 3, let us go ahead with the second row first column. minus 3 into minus 3 will give you plus 9 exactly, and then plus 1 into 2 will give you 2, such that we are getting 11. Next minus 3 into 2 will become minus 6, and then 1 into minus 2 will give you minus 2 only, right? So what we got here, minus 12 into minus 2 will become minus 14 exactly, and then 9 plus 2 will give you 11 exactly, right? Minus 6 minus 2 will give you minus 8 exactly, and here plus 2 plus 8 will give you 10, right? Okay, now the value mark edutana 4 B inverse is what? 4 minus 1 minus 3 1, that is correct. A inverse minus 3 2 2 minus 2, that is also correct, right? I think I made mistake somewhere here, right? Find out the determinant of the matrix once again. Determinant, okay, for the determinant we don't have any issues, and finding the AB product la I mistake பண்ணிருக்கேன். Wait a minute, I will check it by myself once again. First row, that is okay, I'm going to cancel this later answer 11. First row with the second column, right? 1 into 1 will give you 1, 2 plus 4 into, that is 8 only now. Then where I have made mistake, that is going to give you 8, 8 plus 1 will give you 9. Similarly, if I am going with this one, 2 into 1 will give you 2, plus 3 into 4 will give you second row with the second column, right? So that is 2 into 1. Yeah, this is 2 into 1, and then you should select 3 into 4, 12. I'm getting 14, right? Guys, any mistakes that I made, please correct it. A inverse diagonal value is minus 1. Sir, A inverse check பண்ணுங்க, diagonal element மாத்தி எழுதிட்டீங்க. A inverse this one என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், 1 adjoint வந்து, oh sorry guys, so this is going to be what? Fine. We should interchange these two people, right? And then we are passing, we are getting minus 1, அது 1 extra. So இப்போ எல்லாமே மாறிட்டோம். Fine. இப்போ போடுங்க, that is A inverse value is 1, right? Let us proceed. 4 into 2 will give you 8. 8 minus of minus will become plus 9, right? Minus 3 into 2 will give you minus 6. Minus 6 and 1 into minus 1 will give you, see there, minus 3 into 2 will give you minus 6. 1 into, that is minus 1 only. So minus 6 minus 1 will give you minus 7. Okay? Yeah. See, small mistake. Please forgive me. Fine. Okay, finally what I have understood here, conclusion is over. Let us coming back. This is the value of AB whole inverse, right? And this is the value of B inverse dot A inverse. What is the conclusion here? So the conclusion is AB whole inverse equal to, if you know the value of A inverse and B inverse, then you can write, right? So AB whole inverse will be equal to, it is equal to, directly I can write B inverse dot A inverse. Clear? Very important point that I would like to conclude here, because many of you guys are directly writing the answer as AB whole inverse equal to, your answer is A inverse dot B inverse. Let me prove it. This is not true. Check pannilama. Yes. Let us take. Now let us take B inverse dot A inverse. After reverse panni podunga. Let's take A inverse dot B inverse. Right? Let's see what happens. We know the value of A inverse and B inverse, right? So let us take A inverse dot B inverse. Right? Let me proceed further. Now we have to obtain its value, right? A inverse we know, B inverse also we know. Select the first row with the first column. What happened? Minus 3 into 4 will give you minus 12 exactly, and then 2 into minus 3 will give you minus 6. Do you agree with me? First element with the first element. First 2 with the first minus 3. See, here itself I am getting minus 18. Just cross check. Here I am getting minus 14. Here I am getting minus 18. But then you can do it by yourself, right? I am just writing X, Y, Z. You please do it by yourself, right? So the conclusion, because here itself I got the answer. The conclusion is AB whole inverse, right? It's equal to B inverse dot A inverse, okay? Whereas AB whole inverse will not be equal to A inverse dot B inverse. Clear? Guys, I said in our linear algebra, that is matrices, often you will be tested with the theoretical questions, right? With the help of this type of properties, you will be tested with some options. If you don't remember these things, right, then definitely you will lose your marks, right? Because you will be tested for some worthless 1 mark question, right? So understand the property, that is very important. Fine. So let me rub this one. Some other properties are there for inverse matrix. I will conclude, right, regarding these properties at last. Because after completing rankings and consistent solutions, linear algebra, that is system of linear equations, everything at all, finally I will define the formulas, that is properties, such that you will be able to get the clear idea for about all these people, right? So let us discuss about rank of the matrix. Keep that in. This is all about inverse of the matrix, right? So next we are going to discuss about rank of the matrix, right? So what do we mean by rank, right? Rank of the matrix. So a rank of the matrix can be defined by row. Row denotes the rank of the matrix, right? Now let us consider some matrix, right? What do you mean by rank? Rank denotes the number of non-zero rows in a system, right? Number of non-zero rows in a system, right? So indirectly we are talking about vectors of a system, right? So anyway, first let us consider what do you mean by rank? Rank denotes the number of rows. Mathematically understand, later you will get the practical things, right? Fine. What do you mean by rank of the matrix? That is number of non-zero rows will give you rank of the matrix. Non-zero rows அப்படினா ஒரு ரோல இருக்க எல்லா வேல்யூமே non-zero இருக்கணுமா? No, not like that. Non-zero row means listen, let me consider. Rank of a matrix should be equal, I said, that is non-zero rows. It does not mean that all the elements, right, all the minus of this selected row is going to be non-zero. It does not mean like that. It means, let me consider factor k 0 0. This row is called what? Non-zero row. Because I have 3 people, only 2 people are going to be 0. I have 1 person is not equal to 0. So this entire row is called non-zero row only. Like that, you can consider 0 k 0. That is also called non-zero row. Like you can consider 0 0 k. That is also called non-zero row. Like you can consider what? Like you can consider k1, k2. At least one element, right, of the selected row has to be not equal to 0, such that will define the rank of the matrix. Clear? Fine. I hope things are clear to you all. Now let us find out the rank of the matrix. Once again, in order to find out the rank of any given matrix, there are 2 standard procedures. Either you can go with the procedure number 1 or procedure number 2. It's only depending on your convenience. I'm not going to let you please follow this procedure. Okay? Yes. Let us see both of this procedure one by one, right? So in order to find out the rank of the matrix, let me rub this one first. Let's start, right? Rank of the matrix. The thing is, now what I am going to do, let me select some matrix, right? Method number 1. Let us go ahead with the some 2 cross 2 matrix. Let me slowly extend our discussion, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There is a matrix is given, right? Now let us proceed with the method number 1. In method number 1 is we have to check whether the matrix given matrix is singular or not. Whether the matrix given matrix is singular matrix or non-singular matrix. So that is the procedure that we are going to follow, right? I hope you all remember I had given, right, when I was talking about singular matrix and non-singular matrix, I told you if the determinant offered by the matrix will become 0, then that matrix is called singular matrix. Suppose if the determinant of the matrix is not equal to 0, then that matrix is called what? Non-singular matrix. Now here determinant of the matrix only we are going to help us to find out the rank of the matrix, right? Let us see how we are going to find out the rank of the matrix with the help of singularity and non-singularity, right? So singularity non-singularity abina, definitely we should go with the determinant of the matrix. Determinant find panna abina, I only told you determinant can be in case of square matrix. Determinant actually yaar find panninga only for square matrix. Suppose if I have non-square, that is rectangular matrix, appo neenga enna pannuveenga rectangular matrix lim we can find out the determinant, but only for what? Sub-squares, right? Or rectangular matrix kulla poitu adukulla neenga square values choose panni, like 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3 andha mari select panni specifically you can target them and you can find out the rank of the matrix. Clear? Yes. Let us proceed with this. Anyway, given it is what? A perfect square. Can you find out the determinant offered by the matrix? Right? Let us check. If I am finding the determinant offered by this matrix, right? Determinant denotes what is the determinant here. Actually, what is the order of this matrix? 2 cross 2. First, find out the order of the matrix. That's very important. Step number 2, find out the determinant offered by the matrix. Determinant is what? Determinant of this matrix is what? 4 minus 6, right? That is 4 minus 6 in the sense minus 2, that is not equal to 0. Clear? Yes. So in any selected matrix, if the determinant of the matrix is not equal to 0, then that matrix is called non-singular matrix. Do you agree with me? Yes, that is called a non-singular matrix. I am just calling it as non-singular matrix. If a given matrix is non-singular matrix, then rank of the matrix, that is the representation of rank of matrix A should be equal to order of the matrix. Rank of the matrix should be equal to order of the matrix. You can directly write. Order is what? 2 cross 2. So rank of this matrix is going to be 2, right? So rank of the matrix is going to be 2. That is how we are finding the rank of a matrix directly. Clear? Yes. So the thing is, next conclusion is what? It denotes, right? What do you mean by rank of this matrix? Apna meaning enna appadina neenga select pannirukka rendu row vandu orutharukku oruthar vandu dependent ah illa appdinu artham, right? So the given two rows are, right? So the given two rows are linearly independent each other, right? So it denotes the given two rows are linearly independent each other, right? So linearly independent vectors, they are called linearly independent rows. I can say we have linearly independent rows. Sir, what do I mean? What are you trying to conclude? Some of you might be confusing, right? Yes. Let us conclude. First of all, ஒரு system ஓட rank வந்து உங்களை கேக்குறாங்க அப்படினா indirectly we are talking about dependency and independency of that person, right? See, இப்போ ஒரு twins பத்தி நம்ம பேசுறோம் அப்படினா ரெண்டு பேரும் ஐடென்டிக்கலா இருப்பாங்க நம்ம சொல்லலாம். At least ஒரு 70 to 80% வந்து அவங்களோட characters கூட similar-ஆ வந்துரும், right? When we are talking about the twins, right? But can we talk about us? You people are sitting somewhere, I am sitting here. Do we have any relation between us? Can you find out the similarity between us? No. Right? We will completely different. My way of approaching, my way of my character, everything will be completely different from your side, right? So the conclusion is what? That is called independency. Independency அப்படினா see, dependency ஓட relation வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படினா you can bring out, you can say sir இவர மாதிரியே அவர் இருக்கார் அப்படி சொன்னா அது dependency. So அப்ப அப்படினா மீனிங் என்ன? ஒரு ரோவை பார்த்துட்டு இன்னொரு ரோவை பார்க்கும்போது என்ன ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு கெஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா that is called dependent rows. Do you agree? Yes. இப்போ பாருங்க ரெண்டு ரோ ஒரே மாதிரியா இருக்கு? No. First rowல 1 into 2 இருக்கு. 1 and 2. Second rowல 3 and 4 இருக்கு. Is there any relation, direct relation between them? No. I don't have any direct relation. Like that in between. இப்போ நம்ம ரெண்டு பேர் இப்போ நமக்குள்ள வந்து எந்த மாதிரி ரிலேஷன் எதுமே இல்லையோ like that is called what? They are called what? Independent rows. We are called what? Linearly independent rows. Suppose my brother is coming here. At least you can find some similarity between us, right? அப்ப நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க? என்ன ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. That is called what? So that is called linearly dependent rows, right? So ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. That is called linearly dependent rows. In linearly dependent rows, rank of the matrix will be reduced. We will see, right? We will see all those things one by one. So that is called what? Linearly. There is no dependency. So அப்ப டைரக்ட்டா நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? என்ன ஆர்டர் வந்திருக்கோ அது அப்படியே வந்துரும். So the conclusion is method number 1 step you all are requested to find out the determinant of the matrix. If the determinant of the matrix is not equal to 0, anyway I am talking about square matrix now. Later I will talk about non-square matrix also, that is rectangular matrix. Zoom. Okay, fine. அப்ப இது ஃபைண்ட் பண்றீங்க determinant வந்து என்ன வருது அப்படினா it is not equal to 0 வந்துச்சுனா okay, that is fine, you can make. Sir, given matrix is non-singular matrix. In case of non-singular matrix, what is the order of the matrix? Square matrix. I am talking about square matrix, right? Square matrix la இங்க என்ன ஆர்டர் இருக்கோ that is the rank of the matrix. Let us choose, right, one more 2 cross 2 matrix in order to demonstrate these things clearly, right? What is our written? Sir, separately A inverse find பண்ணா oh முன்னாடி mistake பண்ணது ஸ்பீட். I am getting some delay, right? Now only I am getting your messages that you have been posted in the comment section. Yeah. Fine. One second. I am not feeling comfortable. Let us see rank of the matrix. Next, let me take one more 2 cross 2. Let us take 1 1 2 2. இப்போ நீங்க சொல்லுங்க, நான் ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எடுத்துர்க்கேன். இதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோக்கு செகண்ட் ரோக்கு ஏதாச்சும் ரிலேஷன் இருக்கா? சார் ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒண்ணு மாதிரி தான் இருக்காங்க. எப்ப when your row number 1, let me call this row number 1, let me call this row number 2. It clearly denotes row number 2 will be what? Twice of row number 1. Correct? Is there any similarity between them? Yes. Can you bring this type of relation for the last person? No. So the conclusion is what? If you are comparing, right, this type of things, so the conclusion is whenever we are trying to, that is whenever we are getting same property, or I can say if you can bring the second row from the first row directly or third row from the first row directly, such type of rows are called linearly dependent rows, right? If your rows are linearly depending on each other, then while finding the rank of the matrix, you can simply say, how will you find out the answer? Sir, in order to bring out the answer for this one, anyway, check my பாருங்க, rows of the linearly dependent இருந்தது அப்படினா determinant of the matrix is going to be 0. I can say if you find out the determinant for this matrix, that is going to be product of diagonal is going to be 2 minus product of half diagonal also going to be 2, such that it is going to be 0. These type of matrix are simply called singular matrix. In case of singular matrix, rank of the matrix is going to be less than order of the matrix. Guys, which are the statement that I am writing here, please note them carefully, because in your examinations you will be tested for some worthless theoretical questions. You understood everything, but theoretical you எழுதி பார்த்திருக்க மாட்டீங்க. That's why you will be lagging there, right? So don't make mistakes, blunderly understand. If given matrix வந்து singular matrix ஆ இருக்கு அப்படினா அதோட determinant வந்து 0 ஆயிடும்னு அர்த்தம். அப்படினா மீனிங் என்னன்னா கொடுத்திருக்க ரோஸ்ல வந்து டிபெண்டன்சி இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். அப்படி டிபெண்டன்சி இருக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகும் அப்படினா rank of the matrix will be reduced. அப்படினா மீனிங் என்ன? See there, நான் உங்ககிட்ட கேக்குறேன், எனக்கு வந்து என்ன தேவை அப்படினா ஒரு ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்கன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. இப்போ ரெண்டு பேர் அனலைஸ் பண்ணனும். ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க அப்படினா நீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் அனலைஸ் பண்ணுமா? I am just asking you. இப்போ நான் இந்தியாவுல வந்து 1000 alternatives வந்து இம்ப்ளிமென்ட் பண்ண போறேன். 1000 alternatives ஒரே மாதிரி characteristics தான் நம்ம இம்ப்ளிமென்ட் பண்ண போறோம் அப்படிங்கறப்ப is there any need of analyzing all the alternatives separately one by one எடுத்துட்டு நம்ம synchronous machines பத்தி ஃபுல்லா நம்ம டீடைலா படிச்சிருக்கோம், ரைட்? அந்த மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் எடுத்துட்டு டெஸ்ட் பண்ணனும் அவசியம் இருக்கா? That is not required, because ஒரு ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் வந்து நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படினா all the alternatives are ideal and speaking, right? They are going to be implemented in the same way. So unnecessarily I no need to analyze those thousands and thousands of alternatives. So the conclusion is what? Rank of the matrix would mean purpose enna appadina, if I have 100 people, is there any necessity of analyzing all those people? It does not require. யாரெல்லாம் சிமிலரா இருக்காங்களோ அவங்கள தள்ளி விட்டுட்டு யாரெல்லாம் வந்து சிமிலரா இல்லையோ அவங்க மட்டும் தனியா எடுத்து கொடுத்துறோம். See there, here I have two people, but it clearly denotes. அப்ப rank என்ன சொல்லுது அப்படினா இந்த கேஸ்ல ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க, அதனால இங்க determinant 0 ஆகுது. Determinant எப்பப்ப 0 ஆகுது அதோட மீனிங் என்ன அப்படினா அதுக்குள்ள வந்து யாரோ ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். At least by scaling factor you can bring the relation between them. ஏதோ ரெண்டு ரோ வந்து ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். Clear? Yes, that is the conclusion. அப்ப அந்த மாதிரி கேஸ்க்கு போகும்போது rank of the matrix automatically will be reduced and it is less than order of the matrix. Study and remember one more thing. Rank of the matrix never be equal to 0, right? For that is for a square matrix or anything, right? For a matrix, right? Rank of the matrix எப்ப 0 ஆகும் அப்படினா rank of the matrix is 0 if and only if the given matrix will become the null matrix. I hope you all remember when I was talking about null matrix I had been told this one, right? Null matrix அப்படினா மீனிங் என்ன? நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ண மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கூட ஒரு வேல்யூ கூட not equal to 0 ஆ இருக்காது. எல்லா வேல்யூவும் 0 ஆ இருக்கும். Either it might be 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, 5 cross 6. 7 cross 8, whatever, it does not matter. Null matrix la ellarume 0 இருப்பாங்க, right? Such type of matrix la மட்டும் தான் உங்களோட rank வந்து 0 ஆகும், right? In the rest of all the cases, right, except null matrix, in rest of all type of matrix, rank of the matrix at least equal to 1 or greater than 1. Don't forget this one, right? Except null matrix. Make these statements very clearly because you will be tested for worthless theoretical questions in your matrix. Okay, fine. So rank of the matrix is going to be 0 only for null matrix. For rest of all matrix, null matrix na ellarume 0 varukanga artham. அப்ப null matrix இல்ல அப்படினா at least ஒரு வேல்யூ ஆச்சு not equal to 0 இருக்குல்ல, ஒரு பெர்சன்டேஜ் not equal to 0 வரதுனால நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், ரேங்க் வந்து டிஃபைன் பண்ணலாம். நான் தான் சொன்னேனே, ஒரு ரோவை நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த ரோல இருக்க எல்லா வேல்யூவும் not equal to 0 இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. நீங்க செலக்ட் பண்ண 10 பேரை சூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஒருத்தர் மட்டும் ஆக்டிவா இருந்தாலே எனக்கு போதும் நான் சொல்லிடுவேன். அங்க I can define, right? At that point I can define a rank. Clear? So the conclusion is what? Right, except null matrix, right, for rest of all people, right, the rank of the matrix at least, right, at least it is what, equal to 2 or greater, sorry, equal to 1 or greater than equal to 1. Greater than 1 அப்படினா it is depending 2 3 4 5 10 up to infinity it will go, right, depends on the size of the matrix that we are choosing, right? Coming back to the conclusion, இப்போ நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன் அப்படினா இது null matrix ஆ? No, இது null matrix இல்ல. அப்ப இந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கு என்ன வரலாம் அப்படினா either maximum order எவ்வளவு, order of the matrix வந்து 2 cross 2 தான், right? அப்ப ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கு ஜெனரலா for a square matrix, ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வந்து நீங்க சூஸ் பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா ஜெனரலா அதோட ரேங்க் வந்து என்ன வரலாம்னா either it may be equal to the rank or it may be, that is order of the matrix equal இருக்கலாம். rank of the matrix might be equal to order of the matrix, rank of the matrix might be equal to order of the matrix or it might be less than the order of the matrix, right? But the thing is what, but it cannot be equal to 0. Less than the order of the matrix அப்படினா it can go up to 1. Do you agree with me, right? Except null matrix, right, for all matrix except null, அப்ப நம்ம ஜெனரலா எப்படி டிஃபைன் பண்ணோம் அப்படினா rank of a matrix, and talking about square guys, square matrix. Clear? ஏன்னா தியரிட்டிக்கலா क्वेश्चंस கேட்பாங்க, அதனால தான் நான் எல்லா பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ்லாம் எழுதுறேன். அங்க கேட்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு புரியாது, ஏன்னா நீங்க அப்படி படிச்சிருக்க மாட்டீங்க, உங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே தெரியும், அதை கரெக்டா இன்டர்லிங்க் பண்ண முடியாது. அதனால தான் கிளியரா அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, ரைட்? ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸோட மேக்ஸிமம் ஆர்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது நம்பர் ஆஃப் ரோஸ் கண்டிப்பா அதுல வரும். நம்பர் ஆஃப் ரோஸ் வச்சு தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், நம்பர் ஆஃப் நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் தான் ஈக்குவல் டு வாட், ரேங்க் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ். கரெக்ட்டா? எத்தனை நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் இருக்கு அத நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எழுதிட்டேன்ல, நம்பர் ஆஃப் நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் தான் ஈக்குவல் டு ரேங்க் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ். அப்படிங்கறப்ப எத்தனை நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் வரும் அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம இப்படி தான் செக் பண்ணோம், ரைட்? அப்ப எத்தனை நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் வரும், இட் இஸ் டிபெண்டிங் ஆன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் we have to choose maximum order of the matrix எவ்வளவு 2. அப்ப மேக்ஸिमम எத்தனை ரோ இருக்கும், 2 ரோஸ் தான் இருக்கும். அப்ப 2 rows வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், whether this selected 2 rows are linearly depending each other or not, ரெண்டு பேரும் டிபெண்டன்ஸ்ல இருக்காங்களா இல்லையா, அவ்வளவுதான். டிபெண்டன்சியா இருந்தாங்கன்னா ரிசல்ட் வந்து சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஆக்ட் ஆகும். அப்ப உங்களோட ரேங்க் வந்து less than order matrix, that is less than the order of the matrix reduce ஆகும். Clear? So the conclusion is what, இப்போ நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் அப்படினா ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எக்ஸெப்ட் null, ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸோட ரேங்க் அப்ப என்னவா இருக்கலாம்னா at least இது வந்து 1 விட அதிகமா இருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி மேக்ஸिमम வந்து ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வரைக்கும் போகும், ரைட்? ஆனா மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ் தாண்டி போகாது, because ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல தான் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ரோஸ் இருக்கு, மேக்ஸिमम நம்பர் ஆஃப் ரோஸ் தான் ரேங்க் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ். அப்ப டைரக்ட்டா ஆர்டர் வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படினா we can define the rank of the matrix. இதெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த ஸ்டேட்மென்ட் வந்து நம்ம ரெண்டு கேஸ்ல எழுதலாம். இந்த ஸ்டேட்மென்ட் வந்து we can define in two way. Let me run. It is depending on whether we are choosing singular matrix or non singular matrix, right? நீங்க சூஸ் பண்றது singular matrix இருந்தா அதை எப்படி டிஃபைன் பண்ணுவீங்க, let me define. Anyway நம்ம செலக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கிறது 2 cross 2 matrix, right? So the thing is, first one, suppose if the chosen matrix is singular matrix எழுதுறது அப்படினா this formula can be written as 1 less than or equal to rank of the matrix, it has to be less than 1. கண்டிப்பா less than 1 தான். ஏன் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸா இருக்குன்னா அதோட மீனிங் என்னன்னா உள்ள வந்து ரோஸ் வந்து லீனியர்லி டிபெண்டன்ட்டா இருக்கு. அப்ப லீனியர்லி டிபெண்டன்ட் ரோஸ் இருந்தா எல்லா ரோஸையும் அனலைஸ் பண்ணனும் அவசியம் கிடையாது, ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு ரோ மட்டும் அனலைஸ் பண்ணா போதும். கண்டிப்பா ஒரு ரோ கம்ப்ளீட்டா 0 ஆயிடும். by finding the determinant of the matrix, அப்ப நீங்க நம்பர் ஆஃப் நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் மட்டும் தான் செலக்ட் பண்ண போறீங்க. இதோட மீனிங் என்ன அப்படினா ஒரு ரோ வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா 0 ஆகுதுன்னு டிபெண்டன்சி. if I do any additional subtraction operation here, like இப்போ நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, 1 இது ரெண்டையும் சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுங்க சும்மா, ரைட்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோவை 2 ஆல மல்டிபிள் பண்ணுங்க, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோவை 2 ஆல மல்டிபிள் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு அப்புறம் சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. 2 - 2 0, 2 - 2 0. so we can bring the identity, Yes, right. So the conclusion is what? The conclusion is இந்த மாதிரி டிபெண்டன்ட் ரோஸ் வரும்போது ஒரு ரோ வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா நம்மளால ஜீரோ ஆக்க முடிஞ்சது அப்படின்னா அந்த ஜீரோ ரோஸ் நீங்க நெக்லெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு நான் ஜீரோ ரோஸ் மட்டும் கன்சிடர் பண்ணிக்கலாம், right? So the conclusion is what? In case of singular matrix, rank of A can be defined as 1 less than or equal to rank of the matrix and is less than n. Why it is less than 1? Why it is less than n? Because n is the order of the matrix. Singular matrixல ஆர்டருக்கு ஈக்குவலா உங்களால கொண்டு வர முடியாது. இதோட மீனிங் என்ன அப்படின்னா சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல ஏதோ டிபெண்டன்ட் ரோ வந்திருக்கு, அந்த ரோவை நெக்லெக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஆர்டரை விட கம்மியாயிடும், ரேங்க் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா குறைஞ்சிடும். ஓகே, இன் கேஸ் ஆஃப் நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் திஸ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இஸ் யூ கேன் டைரக்ட்லி டேக், ரைட்? சோ ஃபார் நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வந்து நான் சிங்குலர் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா டைரக்ட்லி ஐ கேன் டிஃபைன் ஃப்ரம் திஸ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ரேங்க் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஷுட் பிகம் ஈக்குவல் டு n. டு யூ அக்ரி வித் மீ? எஸ், ரைட். நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸா இருந்தா இங்க என்ன ஆர்டர் இருக்கோ அதை அப்படியே நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஃபைனலா? எஸ். Fine. Okay. I hope you all have understood these definitions that I have given theoretically. If you don't understand, rewatch the video until to get the clear idea. You how to rewatch, right? Because practically I am taking numerical examples only, right? Theoretically, I am define பண்ணல. But you have to understand this thing. That's very important. Fine. Let us rub this one. Now, what is the next task? Order of the anyway. நம்ம क्वेश्चनக்கு ஆன்சர் என்னங்க? come to the conclusion. இந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸோட ரேங்க் என்ன கேட்டேனாங்க? எனக்கு இப்ப என்ன புரிஞ்சிருக்குனா இது சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸா வந்துருச்சா? சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸா இருந்தது அப்படினா அப்ப இதோட ரேங்க் வந்து கண்டிப்பா என்னவா இருக்கும்னு சொன்னேன், less than order of the matrix. It might be equal to 1 or greater than 1. ரெண்டு ஆப்ஷன் தான் இருக்கு. கரெக்ட்டா? less than order of the matrix. நம்ம கேஸ்ல order of the matrix எவ்வளவு? 2. இப்போ என்ன பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு? இந்த வேல்யூ 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்கணும் அப்படினா ஒரே ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் தான் இருக்கு. அப்ப இந்த ரேங்க் யாருக்கு ஈக்குவல்? It is equal to 1 only. That's all. Getting me? 1 விட கம்மியா 1 விட அதிகம் 1 க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கலாம் இல்ல 1 விட அதிகமா இருக்கலாம். ஆனா 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்குன்னு சொல்றேனே. இந்த பக்கம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா 2 தாண்டி போக கூடாது. ஃபிராக்ஷனல் வேல்யூ யாரையும் நம்ம ரேங்க் கன்சிடர் பண்ண முடியாது, ரைட்? நீங்க பாருங்க ரேஞ்சே 1 to 2 தான். ஆனா 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்கணும். ஆனா 1 க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கறப்ப 1 to 2 ஒரே பாசிபிலிட்டி தான் இருக்கு, ரேங்க் ஈக்குவல் டு 1, ரைட்? சோ ஃபார் தி given matrix rank of the matrix should be equal to 1. That's all. I have written the answer, right? Getting me? 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்கணும், 1 க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கலாம். ரெண்டு வேல்யூ தான் இருக்கு. 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்குனா ஒரே ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் தான். 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்க வேல்யூ 1 மட்டும் தான். 1 கன்சிடர் பண்ணலாமான்னு கேட்டா yes you can consider. I said equal less than or equal to தான் போட்டுருக்கேன். சோ கண்டிப்பா 1 மட்டும் தான் ஆப்ஷன். That is the answer. Clear? Let us take some other example, right? Let me raise the order of the matrix such that you will get the clear idea. Okay? Let me run these things. Yes. Mathematics is very easy, but you have to understand, right? Fine. Now என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? Let's raise the order. 3 class எடுத்துக்கலாமா? 1 2 1 2 2 1 3 2 2. Fine. Now this is the matrix, square matrix. Since I am going up to the square matrix, I know till now I did not select non-square matrix. I will let you know, right? Slowly understand. Square matrix in the sense number of rows and number of columns are equal. Now the question is find the rank of the matrix. Question is find the rank of the matrix. How will you find out the rank of the matrix? If you want to know the rank of the matrix, once again, now only I told you, right? Just to find out the determinant of the matrix, right? How will you find out the determinant? Right, first determinant find பண்ணுங்க. Determinant find பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா what is the determinant? 1 into 4 minus 2 will give you 2 minus 2 into 4 minus 3 will give you 1 plus 1 into 4 minus 6 will give you minus 2 such that minus 2 plus 2 getting cancelled. I am getting minus 2. Anyway, that is not equal to 0. That is what I want. If you are given that matrix determinant is not equal to 0, then that matrix is called, one second, non-singular matrix. Then the matrix is called non-singular matrix. If your matrix is non-singular matrix, right now, just now only I told you, rank of the matrix will become equal to order of the matrix when your matrix will become non-singular. What about the order of the matrix? Since we are talking about square matrix, so its answer is 3. So rank of the matrix is exactly equal to 3. Do you agree with me? Yes, you have to agree with me, right? Okay, let me select one more example for this. Very simply, how we are getting the answer. See there, right? Yes. Now let us take one more example. Slowly, right? At the very first beginning, you might not get the friction, but at the end, there is nothing, right? It will become like this. After a question, what answer panna aarambichireenga, right? That's the beauty of mathematics. 1 1 1, let us select 2 3 2, let us select 4 4 4, right? Now let's find out the determinant of the matrix. So determinant of the matrix is going to be, right, listen, we are in a 3 cross 3 matrix. First of all, let us select 3 cross 3. Fine. Next, find out the determinant of the matrix. 1 into 12 minus 8 will give you 4, minus 1 into 8 minus 8 will be 0, plus 1 into 8 minus 12 will give you minus 4, such that this is going to be 0, minus 1 into 0 0, plus 4 minus 4 will give you 0. Yeah, I am getting singular matrix. I am getting singular matrix. I only told you for our singular matrix, rank of the matrix can be defined as, right, it has to be less than n order of the matrix, but at least it should be equal to 1. That is how we are defining rank of the matrix for your singular matrix, right? So singular matrix ka order of the matrix in evlo irukku 3. Since we are selecting square matrix, so its order is 3. 3 விட கம்மியா இருக்கணும் அப்படினா see there at least 1 க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கலாம், 3 விட கம்மியா இருக்கலாம். அப்ப என்னென்ன பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கா? Either your rank might be, you have to select proper integer values. Guys listen, 3 விட கம்மியா இருக்கணும், ஆனா 1 க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கலாம், 1 விட அதிகமா இருக்கலாம். ரெண்டு பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு. Either it might be 1 or second possibility it might be 2. Correct? Yes. We don't know which is the correct answer, na? Yes, because here my value is less than 3. Okay, I am happy with that one. But in between, அப்ப less than 3 அப்படினா either it may be 1 hour இல்ல 2 கூட வரலாம்ல. ரெண்டு பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு. எப்படி ஃபைண்ட் பண்றது? Select in order to know whether the matrix. இப்போ நீங்க திரும்ப என்ன பண்ண போறீங்க அப்படினா 3 cross 3 matrix வந்து singular matrix ஆயிடுச்சு. given matrix வந்து 3 cross 3. So 3 cross 3 matrix வந்து singular-ஆ இருக்கு. Now select இதுக்குள்ள இருக்க 2 cross 2 matrix செலக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. You can consider all combinations, right? ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு 2 cross 2 matrix ஓட வேல்யூ வந்து not equal to 0 வந்தா கூட automatically that matrix you can choose as non singular matrix. Let us see. I know this given 3 cross 3 matrix is singular matrix, right? So its rank cannot be 0. Sorry, its rank cannot be 3, but its rank can be 2 or 1. அப்ப இது 2 ஆ இல்லையா அப்படிங்கறத செக் பண்ணோம் அப்படினா again select sub square matrix. இது 3 cross 3 matrix தானே, இதோட அடுத்த ஆர்டர் என்ன வரும்? இந்த 3 cross 3 matrix குள்ள you can select 2 cross 2 2 cross 2 2 cross 2. என்னென்ன பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ்லாம் உங்களால 2 cross 2 கொண்டு வர முடியுமோ அதை கொண்டு வாங்க, right? You don't need to go with all the combinations, right? இப்போ இதுல எத்தனை காம்பினேஷன்ஸ் வரும் 2 cross 2? கவனிங்க, இந்த ரெண்டு 1 2 3 4 இவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு 2 cross 2 ஃபார்ம் பண்ணலாமா? எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. 1 3 1 2 இவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு 2 cross ஃபார்ம் பண்ணலாமா? எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. 1 2 1 2 இவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு 2 cross 2 ஃபார்ம் பண்ணலாமா? எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. 2 4 3 4 இவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு 2 cross 2. எஸ். 3 4 2 4. எஸ். 2 4 2 4. எஸ். லைக் 1 4 1 4 1 2 cross 2 matrix, 1 4 1 4 1 2 cross 2 matrix, 1 4 1 4 1 2 cross 2 matrix. Like that I can select many possible 2 cross 2 matrix combinations. Either I have to consider all this one or not. The thing is you need to go with all these possibilities. இப்போ நம்ம பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, இத்தனை பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் பார்த்தோம்ல, இதுல ஏதாச்சும் ஒரே ஒரு 2 cross 2 matrix not equal to 0 வந்துட்டா கூட you can select the rank of the matrix as 2, because I said இதுல ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு determinant not equal to 0 இருந்தாலும் ரெண்டு rows அப்படினா மீனிங் என்ன, 2 rows are going to be not equal to 0 completely, right? Getting me? So அப்ப மீனிங் என்ன, 3 cross 3 matrix வந்து equal to 0 ஆயிடுச்சுனா rank 3 கிடையாது. அப்ப rank maybe 2 ஆ இருக்கலாம் இல்ல 1 ஆ இருக்கலாம். அதை செக் பண்ணோம் அப்படினா again select 2 cross 2 matrix, all possible combination of 2 cross 2 matrix. In all possible combination of 2 cross 2 matrix, at least one 2 cross 2 matrix is not equal to, at least determinant of one 2 cross 2 matrix is not equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix will be defined as 2. Suppose all possible combination of 2 cross 2 matrix are going to be 0, determinant of all possible combinations of the 2 cross 2 matrix are going to be 0, then the rank of the matrix is going to be obviously 1. You don't need to be panicking about 0, because 0 matrix never exists. That is 0 rank never exists. 0 rank is possible only for null matrix. So happily you can choose, sir, all possible combinations of 2 cross 2 matrix determinant are going to be 0, sir. So the rank of the matrix cannot be 2 as well as it cannot be 0, sorry, as well as it cannot be 3. So the correct answer is 1. The correct answer is 1. So let us check. You can select first ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு 2 cross 2 எடுத்துக்கோங்க. இப்போ first இந்த 2 cross 2 எடுத்துக்கலாமா? 1 2 1 3. It can act as a 2 cross 2 matrix. இப்போ இதுக்கு நீங்க determinant find பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா what I am getting, 1 into 3 minus 2 into 1 will going to be not equal to 0 because 3 minus 2 will be 1. So exactly I can say the rank of the matrix for the given system is equal to 2. That is what I had been told you. நீங்க எல்லாத்தையும் செக் பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் இருக்காது. நீங்க ஒரு 2 or 3 matrix நீங்க ஆன்சர் கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம் சொல்றேன். Clear? Why my rank is 2? Why? Because 2 cross 2 determinant at least the determinant of 1 2 cross 2 matrix is not equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix will be decided as 2. Clear? Yes. So for our case, rank of the matrix is going to be 2. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Let me take one more example. Let us rub this one. See, while giving explanations, I might have spent many minutes. I know, in order to let you all to understand. But after understanding these things, for you it will become very easy. Just by looking at the question, you can write the answer. Right? Fine. Now let us take one more example. Yes. Let us write the answer for this one. Right? 1, 1, 1. Let me take 2, 2, 2. Let us take 3, 3, 3. Shall we check? Yes. Let us check. So that is going to be 3 cross 3 matrix. Exactly. That is going to be 3 cross 3 matrix. Now its rank possibilities, right? Rank of its matrix can be, at least it has to be 1, but it can go up to order of the matrix. Order of the matrix is 3. But I don't know which is the correct answer. If you put the answer varum அப்படிங்கிறது நமக்கு தெரியல. But I am writing the possibilities. Clear? Guys, understand theoretically also. That's why I am writing all those statements again and again. Matrix வந்து அடிக்கடி theoretical question கேட்பாங்க. Especially in TRB and TNEB exams. Because questions are நீங்க எழுத போறது numerical. I mean ரொம்ப question பெருசா டஃபா எடுக்க முடியாது. So they will test you from the basics. Okay, fine. Let's see. Now what I am going to do, find out the determinant of the matrix. Determinant can be written as 1 into 6 minus 6 is 0. Yes. Minus 1 into 6 minus 6 is 0. Minus plus 1 into again 6 minus 6 is going to be 0. Yes. I got the determinant of the matrix as 0. So it clearly denotes that the order, that is the given matrix, is going to be singular matrix. If the matrix is going to be singular, then rank of the matrix can be rewritten as at least it has to be equal to 1. Maximum it has to be less than n. N is what? 3. Now see here, this partiality one be removed. If general case it may be equal to 3. But matrix வந்து singular matrix ஆயிடுச்சுல. அப்ப கண்டிப்பா என்ன வராது? rank வந்து 3 வராது. அதோட கம்மியா தான் வரலாம். But let us check. கம்மியா வரலாம் அப்படினா either it may be equal to 1 or it may be equal to 2 னா அது நாம என்ன பண்ணலாம்? I select the all possible combinations of 2 cross 2 matrix. அப்படியே செக் பண்ணுங்க நீங்க நோட்ல தனித்தனியா போட அவசியம் இல்ல. See there, first 2 cross 2. 2 minus 2 will be 0. Yes, 2 minus 2 will be 0. Again, you will remember select now 2 minus 2 will be 0. Again, 6 minus 6 will be 0. 6 minus 6 will be 0. Again, last row, I mean, in the row select now 6 minus 6 will be 0 only. Again, 3 minus 3 will be 0. 3 minus 3 will be 0. Last case 0 So what is the conclusion? See, for the given matrix, all possible, for the given matrix, determinant of all possible combinations of 2 cross 2 matrix are going to be equal to 0 such that rank of the matrix can be directly written as 1. So the rank of the matrix is going to be equal to 1. Clear? Exactly, that is true. Are you guys understanding? Yes. That's very important, right? You have to understand the things very important, right? You have to understand this things, that is very important. I hope things are very clear to all. If you understand 3 cross 3 matrix is singular now. All 2 cross 2 matrix is singular now, right? So it is given all sub square, right? All sub 2 cross 2 square matrix, right, are going to be singular such that its rank will be reduced to 1. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you. And that is how we are finding what I can say rank of singular matrix. Clear? Yes. Now, what is our next task? We should select. Till now, I was only talking about square matrix. Sir, suppose if non-square matrix will be given, how will you find out the determinant of the matrix? Shall we start? Yes. Let me run this one. Let us select non-square matrix and let us see how to find out the rank for the non-square matrix. Yeah. Okay. Let me run this one. When we are going up with the non-rectangle, is what I can say triangle, non-square matrix or rectangular matrix, right? Okay. Rectangular matrix எடுத்துக்கலாமா? Rectangular matrix let us select 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, right? Yes. Now the question is, we have to find out the rank of this matrix. Now let us see. It is what? How many rows are there? The number of rows are 2, right? How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, right? Yes, its columns are going to be 3, right? Now the question is we have to find out the rank of this matrix. We have to find out the rank of this matrix. If you want to find out the rank, I said if you have non-square matrix, you cannot find out the determinant directly, but you can find out the determinant indirectly. How? இது வந்து நான் ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ன்றது எனக்கு தெரியும், but I can select the subsquare. Subsquare, see there, I can go up with the first two columns, it will become a square matrix. I can go up with the second two columns, it will become a square matrix. Yes, such that இப்போ நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் அப்படினா ஒரு நான் ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க அப்படினா just அதுக்குள்ள இருக்க ஸ்கொயர் பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் எடுத்துக்கோங்க மேக்ஸிமம், ரைட்? இப்போ இதோட ஸ்கொயர் வந்து என்ன வரும்? 2 minus 6 will give you. I am just finding the determinant of the inner square matrix. That will give you what? 2 minus 6 will give you minus 4, such that is not equal to 0. See there, maximum number of rows is 2 there, right? And இது கூட நமக்கு என்ன வந்து பாருங்க, at least, right? ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு அது கூட நீங்க subsquare வந்து செலக்ட் பண்ணும்போது at least one square matrix, at least the determinant of any one square matrix is not equal to 0. Then once again, the rank of the matrix can be defined as, for such kind of people, rank of the matrix can be defined as it should be less than or equal to minimum value of, right, row and columns, right? So they are generally defined as number of rows I am defining it as n, and the number of columns I am defining it as m. So let me generally write n comma m or m comma n. Clear? Where minimum value now, see for our case the rank of the matrix should become minimum value of n is what? 2, m is 3. This minimum value enna 2, 3 ரெண்டு பேர் செலக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. minimum value are 2. So the correct answer for this one is going to be what? Rank of the matrix is going to be 2. Clear? Exactly correct. Do remember all the properties that I am giving here, right? Because I said in your examination இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டேட்மென்ட்ஸ் அவங்க கொடுப்பாங்க, நீங்க இத பார்த்த உடனே உங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த பயம் வந்துரும். இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க அது நம்ம மைண்ட் அந்த மாதிரி ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கு புரியாத அந்த மைண்ட் செட்ல நீங்க இருப்பீங்க, ரைட்? சிம்பிளா தான் பேசிருப்பாங்க, ரைட்? So the thing is what we are talking about rows and columns. இதுல minimum value என்ன இருக்கோ that is going to be the rank of the matrix when your subsquare is not equal to 0. Clear? We can simply define, right? Okay, fine. Next so that is the next property. Do remember this one, right? Rectangular matrix whenever a rectangular matrix will be given, right? So for an example, let me rub this one, right? Let us take one more example in order to explain that things clearly, right? Explain that one, right? Let me rub this one. Now the conclusion is what here? The conclusion is, for example, matrix is given like this, right? Or matrix கொடுத்துட்டு அதோட ஆர்டர் வந்து என்ன கொடுத்திருப்பாங்கன்னா 10 cross 10 or 10 cross 9 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க வெச்சுக்கோங்க. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு find out the least possibility in the rank of the matrix, right? இது எப்படி நீங்க எழுதுவீங்க? It is going to be, right, இதுல at least, right, or maximum rank வந்து நீங்க எவ்வளவு வரும்னு கேட்கறாங்க வெச்சுக்கோங்க, right? Its maximum rank can be defined as minimum of number of rows and columns 10, 9. We can write like this. So its answer might be what? It is having the possibility to go up to 10. It is having the possibility to go up to 10. Clear? Yes. So answer is what? Correct answer is 10. When we are talking about like this, or 10 class for the given matrix, for the given non-square matrix or rectangular matrix, find out the maximum possibility of rank. Abdin ketana, your answer is what? Guys, listen. Minimum value 10, 9. Minimum value 9. Your answer is 9. So the correct answer is 9 for this. இங்க ரெண்டு பேர்ல யாருக்கு மினிமம் வேல்யூ? மினிமம்னா இங்க ரெண்டு பேர்ல சின்ன வேல்யூ 9 தான் சின்ன வேல்யூ, ரைட்? எழுதும்போது தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. Fine. So what is the conclusion? Just to remember. Same way, you can also select what I can say. Let me rub this one. Wait. Now let me select. Let us proceed. Let us select 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 2. Let me select the matrix like this, right? And what is the order of this matrix? That is going to be 2, right? Its order, how many rows are there? 2 rows are there, right? And it is going to be what? 2, 3 we can write. Okay, let me write it. 2 cross 3, right? I said for this rank, in the matrix of the rank வந்து எப்படி possibilities வரலாம் அப்படினா at least it has to be what? Minimum value, right? It has to be less than or equal to the value of minimum value of 2, 3 and least possibility எவ்வளவுங்க? 1 தான். right? You can go up to 1. Why I said only for null matrix you have the rank of the matrix as 0. For rest of all people minimum value is 1 only. You cannot go 0. You cannot cross 0, right? Okay. For this person, let us start our journey. Find out the determinant of the subsquare matrix, right? If I find the determinant of the subsquare matrix, see there. If you determinant find, if I find the determinant for these two people, what I am going to get? I am going to get 4 minus 4. I am going to get 0. Do you agree? Yes. Again, let us go ahead with the second one. Select these two person. 4 minus 4, I am going to get 0. Right? Now, select the third combo, that is 1, 2, 1, 2. அதுக்கு நீங்க determinant find பண்ணா என்ன வரும் 0 தான் வரும் 2 minus 2 will going to give you 0, right? So all possible combinations of subsquare matrix இதுக்குள்ள, right, will give you 0. அப்ப என்ன வரும் கண்டிப்பா நீங்க என்ன செலக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது அப்படினா இப்ப இந்த கண்டிஷன் இத நீங்க எப்படி எழுதணும் அப்படினா here நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிடுவோம் maximum possible square matrix எடுத்து செக் பண்ணி பார்ப்போம். I did not reduce the subsquare அப்படினா still நான் அதே rows அதே columns தான் கன்சிடர் பண்ணிருக்கேன், right? I did not reduce the number of rows or columns, but the conclusion is what கொடுத்திருக்க ஆர்டருக்குள்ள இருக்க ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் மட்டும் செக் பண்ணி பாக்கும்போது it denotes all subsquare matrices are singular. If it is singular matrix, then the statement can be rewritten as, right, sum of that is 1 less than or equal to, right, rank of the matrix, it has to be less than 2, 3. Next statement. Because if it is a non-singular matrix, then I can say it is what? See, if it is நம்ம last case பார்த்தது non-singular matrix. அப்ப நம்ம direct answer என்ன எழுதிட்டோம்? Rank of the matrix should be equal to minimum value of 2, 3 such that minimum value is 2, so the answer is 2 அப்படி எழுதிட்டேன். Because I was considering that matrix is what? நான் எடுத்துட்ட matrixல வந்து subsquare எதுவுமே வந்து 0 ஆகல. At least ஒரு வேளை not equal to 0 வந்தாலும் okay, but இங்க எல்லாமே 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. So either it has to be what? Less than 2, 3 அப்படினா நம்ம இப்ப கவனிங்க 2 கிடையாது 3 கிடையாது 2 க்கு 3 க்கு அடுத்து அதோட கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும் நான் இங்க டிஃபைன் பண்ணிட்டேன் less than அப்ப யாருங்க இருக்கா only 1. see இங்க minimum value 1 தான் அதுக்கு அப்புறம் 2 தான் வரும் 2 ஏ கன்சிடர் பண்ணாதீங்கன்னு சொல்றேன். so the rank of the matrix is what 1 only. clear? that is how we are finding the rank of the matrix. I hope things are very clear to you all, right? yes. let us select some other matrix. understand, right? see whichever the things that I am defining here, you can see some books that are you can find the properties போட்டு அப்படியே ஃபுல்லா டிஃபைன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. if you are directly நீங்க அத படிச்சிடலாம், but think is while solving the problem you will not get the friction. theoretically will be tested at the examination, right? while அந்த மாதிரி ஃபேஸ் பண்ணும்போது you have to know the meaning of each and every statements, right? that's very important. otherwise you cannot crack the questions, but your questions are worthless questions, not even 1 mark from matrix. that much easy your questions, right? but you have to understand, right? you have to understand. fine. Shall we proceed? Take some other examples. Let us take some 3 cross 3 matrix. 1, 2, 1, 1. I mean non-square matrix, right? So 2, 1, 2, 1. Let us select 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Now what I am going to do? The thing is, order of the matrix. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, guys. 3 cross. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 columns. So there is going to be 3 cross 4 matrix. Exactly, that is true, right? Now what I have to do? We have to find out the rank of the matrix. I said if you want to find out the rank for the non-square matrix, select the subsquares. அதுக்குள்ள இருக்க squares select பண்ணுங்க. maximum square க்கு நீங்க போலாம். maximum square னா maximum இதுல எவ்வளவு வரைக்கும் போக முடியும்? 3 cross 3 வரைக்கும் போலாம், right? So the maximum square we can go up to 3 cross 3. ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு 3 cross 3. இப்போ நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்? 1 2 3 இது ஒரு 3 cross 3, 1 2 3 இது ஒரு 3 cross 3, 1 2 3 இது ஒரு 3 cross 3, 1 2 3 அது ஒரு 3 cross 3. You can go ahead with any combo. அது நீங்க 1 or 2 போடும்போது ஆன்சர் வந்துரும். You don't need to panic, right? yes. fine பண்ணலாமா? 1 2 1. okay நான் டைரக்ட் ஆன்சர் எழுதுறேன். எதுக்கு இவ்வளோ இது பண்ணிக்கிறேன்? determinant find பண்ணுங்க. first 3 cross 3 matrix. நான் first 3 rows எடுத்துக்கிறேன். சரி first 3 columns. find பண்ணுங்க. இவங்களுக்கு மட்டும். that is 1 into, right? 1 minus 4 will give you minus 3. minus 2 into 2 minus 6 will give you minus 4. plus 1 into 4 minus 3 will give you plus 1. such that minus of minus will become plus 8. 8 plus 1 9. 9 minus 3 6. Anyway that is not equal to 0. The happiest thing is that is non-singular matrix. If it is non-singular, I don't need to proceed further because my answer is going to be what? For a non-singular matrix, I only told you we can directly write rank of the matrix can be defined as minimum value of the number of rows, columns. Clear? In variable minimum value 3. So the correct answer is rank of the matrix should be equal to 3. It's over. Clear? Yes. What is our next target? Let us take some other example, right? Let me rub this one. Within 10 seconds it's freezing. Yeah. Let us rub this. Take some other examples, right? Let me select some other examples such that let's see what happened. Now rank of the matrix. See, now in the matrix rank yes, 1 1 2 1. Okay, let's select 1 2 3 2. Let's select 2 2 4 2. Yes. What will be the order? 3 rows are there, 4 columns are there. So order of the matrix is 3 plus 4. How will you find out the determinant? Let's see. In order to find out the rank of the matrix, question is rank of the matrix. Anyway, we all know the possibilities. Possibility what? At least it has to be equal to 1, and at max it can go up to minimum value of order of the matrix, that is 3, 4. That is the range, possibilities. But we don't know which is the correct. We have to select the exact value, right? For that, I'm tracing. Find out the maximum subsquare matrix. Maximum subsquare matrix again. Let us go ahead with this one. Let us go ahead with this one. Shall we proceed? Yes. Check me 1 into 8. See that I am getting 8 minus 6. It is going to give you 2. Minus 1. 4 minus 6 will give you minus 2. And then plus 2. That is going to be 2 minus 4 will give you minus 2, such that it will be plus 2. It will be plus 2. Already we have plus 2. Plus 2 plus plus 2 will become 4. 4 minus 4 will be 0. Conclusion is what? 1 determinant will become 0. If we check it, right? Let us select second 3 columns, right? Check second 3 in the sense I told you just to go with these 3 columns, right? Let us go ahead. Determinant of next subsquare matrix. Let me call this 1. Let us call this 2. If I now again 1 into, right? 1 into 6 minus 8. See, don't be lazy to solve this type of questions. Sir, you have to, because each and every marks are very important in the examination, right? Over mark your rank will be raised for. You can cross some 300 or 400 people. That's very important. Rank is very important, right? So while solving the problem, many of you guys are having these issues. If you find any lengthy questions, you'll be lazy to solve that one. Automatically your mind will push you to stay away from that one. First, you should try to remove that mindset. I have been noticed many of you, right? Fine. So let's see, that is 100. Let us consider. Next, determinant 1 into 6 minus 8 will going to be minus 2. Next, minus 2 into, let us proceed. 4 minus 4 will become 0. Next, plus 1. And 8 minus 6 will going to be plus 2. What is the answer? Anyway, it is 0. Plus 2 minus 2 is going to be 0, no? One step. By practice, it will become very fast. You can do, right, at a very speed, right? So, should try to get maximum score. You all have to be in the merit list. Fine. Proceed with the third one. Next, what you have to do? Select this one, and this one. Shall we find? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2. Then I have to select 1, 1, 2. The order is first in the 3 rows. I took these 3 columns, and then I took these 3 columns. Now I am selecting this one, and then this one. And then similarly, you can select this one. So you can proceed by that. Anyway, if you cancel 0 on the final answer for 0, let us start with that one, right? Let's consider 2 into 4 minus 2 will be 2, minus 1 into 6 minus 4 will be 2, plus 1 into 6 minus 8 will be minus 2. Is it correct? Yes. So what I have to get, that is here I am getting 4, minus 2, minus 4, such that answer is going to be 0. So what is the conclusion here? See, the conclusion is in the maximum square matrix, right? For the given non-square matrix, I had been selected the maximum order of square matrix, right? This is maximum highest order. See, in this given rectangular matrix, the maximum highest order of all subsquare matrix determinant, highest order of all subsquare matrix determinants are going to be equal to 0. Its highest subsquare matrix is singular. Now 3 cross 3 matrix answer varadu. So appo neenga enna eludringa ellame 0 avudala idu singular matrix ah maarudhu, correct ah? Idoda highest square matrix vandu enna maarudhu single matrix ah maarudhu. Appo neenga thiruma eduthu eludringa your answer rank of the matrix of n over since all highest subscribed matrix are going to be singular such that it has to be, it will become less than minimum value of 3 comma 4. So the happiest news is it is not 0 and it is not 3 and 4 either. Appo in the case it has to be less than 3 comma 4 I said. You can go less than or minimum I can choose 1, but in the middle of 2, right? So either your correct answer might be 1 or your answer might be 2. So your target is again இப்போ நீங்க maximum possible வந்து 3 cross 3 க்கு போனீங்க, அதே மாதிரி 2 cross 2 க்கு நீங்க செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். செக் பண்ணிடலாமா? Yes. See that let me select first 2 cross 2 1 1 and 1 2. Determinant find பண்ணுங்க 2 minus 1 not equal to 0. ஏதாச்சும் at least right while going up with the 2, that is 2 cross 2 subscribe matrix, at least one determinant is not equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix will be 2 only. So the conclusion is what? In my matrix, at least 1, right? So subscribe 2 cross 2 subscribe matrix determinants are not equal to 0, such that rank of the matrix is going to be equal to 2. Clear? So that is how we are finding the rank of the matrix. Fine. I hope things are clear to you all, right? Okay, fine. So let me wrap these things. So this is all about method number 1. I said we are going up to the model number 1, right? There is one more model that is called echelon form. We people have been habituated with that model only in our engineering curriculum, right? So let me teach that model. Keep the heading. Next we are going to look at method number 2. Method number 2 is what? Echelon form, right? So that is called echelon form, right? So in echelon form, what we are going to do, right? Let us see. Let me select some matrix once again. Let's go ahead with the square matrix or non-square matrix, because in echelon form we can generally bring out the answer for all people, right? Okay. Let's start our journey with the echelon form. In echelon form of matrix, our target is we have to bring out. உங்களால என்ன பண்ண முடியும்னா maximum வந்து எவ்வளவு rows வந்து உங்களால ஜீரோ ஆக்க முடியுமோ அவ்வளவு rows வந்து நீங்க ஜீரோ ஆக்கணும். Like it's iteration process. Very simply we can do, right? Okay. Let us see, right? The thing is I am selecting, right, example number 1. I am just going with the example number 1. Let us select some 2 cross 2 matrix. Let me take some 2 1 3 4. இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க அப்படினா what you have to do, உங்களோட first target என்னன்னா go to the last row first value. Last row first value போய்ட்டு first அந்த வேல்யூவை 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. That is your first target, right? அத நீங்க 0 ஆக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படினா சீத அதாவது நீங்க என்ன பண்ணீங்க, ஒரு டார்கெட் நீங்க வந்து டயகனல் இருக்கா, டயகனல் சூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. டயகனலுக்கு பிலோல இருக்க எல்லா வேல்யூஸையும் நீங்க 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும். Anyway 2 cross 2 matrixல டயகனலுக்கு கீழ ஒரே ஒரு வேல்யூ தான் இருக்கும், அத நீங்க 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும் by doing addition or subtraction operation here. Okay, in between rows and columns we are going to perform some operations, right? And in order to do that one, so first we have to select the last value and this at the same time நீங்க இந்த first value choose பண்றீங்களா, top value, you have to choose two people. One is last row first value choose பண்ணிட்டு first row ல இருக்க first value வந்து 1 வர மாதிரி பண்ணனும். So your first step, first row ல இருக்க first value 1 வர மாதிரி சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு நீங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம், you can do anything, right? இப்போ நாம என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்னா இந்த இடத்துல 1 வரணும் அப்படினா இந்த entire row 2 ஆல டிவைட் பண்ணா 1 வந்துரும். Do you agree with me? இந்த entire row நீங்க 2 ஆல டிவைட் பண்ணா 1 வந்துரும். Or you can interchange the rows and columns. Rank of the matrix does not be changed just by interchanging the rows and columns, right? So the conclusion is whenever we are interchanging the rows and the columns, it does not change the rank of the matrix. Statement right? That is interchanging operation of rows and columns does not change the rank of the matrix. You will be tested for worthless theoretical questions again and again. I am repeating, please make very clear notes, right? So the conclusion is what? Interchanging the rows and columns never change the rank of the matrix. You can do it by yourself. You can check பண்ண, நீங்க மெத்தட் நம்பர் 1 செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. நீங்க வேணா ரெண்டு ரோவை இன்டர்சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிட்டு ரேங்க் மாறுதான்னு பாருங்க. rank won't be change, determinant sign will change, determinant will change, but rank won't change, right? Yes. Let us proceed. So what is the conclusion here? I said அப்ப நான் என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படினா either you can divide this entire row by 2 such that first value will become 1, or you can interchange these two people. Interchange அப்படினா see இங்க 1 இருக்குல்ல, this is we all know this is column 1 and this is column 2. நான் என்ன பண்ணிக்கிறேன் அப்படினா first the action number 1, I am interchanging C1 and C2, that is the representation. C1 and C2 are going to be transformed such that in resultant matrix A can be rewritten as column number 2 will become column number 1 now, so it will become 1 4. Column number 1 will become column number 2 now, it will become 2 3. Fine. first step. Second step, now அடுத்த operation நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், target first row first column 1 ஆ மாத்துறீங்க. Second, go to the last row first value select பண்ணி நீங்க என்ன பண்ணனும்னா either you can do addition, subtraction ஏதாச்சும் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்போ ரெண்டு row subtract பண்ணலாம், ரைட்? இப்போ first row 4 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு அப்புறம் இந்த row subtract பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். see there, அப்ப இந்த வேல்யூ நீங்க 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும். எப்படி 0 ஆக்கலாம் அப்படினா I told you have to perform addition and subtraction operation, right? With that you can use some scaling factors. இப்போ நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் அப்படினா இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா see there, I am going to make row number 4 வந்து நம்ம ஆபரேஷன் பண்ண போறோம். I am selecting row number 2. This is second row. I am performing the operation on second row, right? For second row நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படினா I am selecting the first row. First row ல இருக்க வேல்யூ வந்து நான் 4 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கு அப்புறம் நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா I am subtracting row number 2 from row number 1. This is the operation that I am going to perform because நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க அப்படினா சார் last row ல இருக்க first வேல்யூ 0 ஆ மாத்துங்க சொல்றீங்க. Slowly you understand, right? Slowly listen. அப்ப இந்த வேல்யூ இப்ப 0 ஆ மாத்தணும். நான் என்ன பண்றேன், select C first row நீங்க 4 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா it will become, guys listen, ஆபரேஷன் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது மட்டும் தான் இந்த 4 கன்சிடர் பண்ணனும். திரும்ப நீங்க ஆபரேஷன் முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் இந்த 4 இங்க இருக்க கூடாது, ரைட்? ஓகே, லெட் மீ ரைட். அப்ப 1 2 அப்படியே எழுதிக்கோங்க. பட் ஆபரேஷன் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது இந்த ஆபரேஷனுக்காக நாம என்ன பண்றோம், 4 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்றோம். அப்ப இந்த 4 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணீங்கன்னா 4 into r1 first value 4 into r1 will become 4. so like that. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் ரெண்டுத்தையும் சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணனும். 4 minus 4 will give you 0. similarly second person 4 into row ல இருக்க அடுத்த வேல்யூ 4 into 2 will become 8. 8 minus இங்க யார் இருக்கா 3. so 8 minus 3 will give you 5. now அதுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா see next நீங்க என்ன பண்ணனும்னா see இத மட்டும் தான் உங்களுக்கு 0 ஆக்க முடியும். now this 5 never becomes 0. you cannot do anything with that, right? so நீங்க என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, see further if I want to make this 5 as 0, what shall I do? நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க, see again you have to perform the row and 0 operations, right? இத நீங்க 0 ஆக்குனதுக்கு அப்புறம் அடுத்து இந்த 1 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும். एक्चुअली your next task என்னன்னா நீங்க 0 ஆக்கிட்டீங்களா, அடுத்து நீங்க என்ன பண்ணனும்னா அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்க row சூஸ் பண்ணி அங்க இருக்க வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும். பட் அப்படி உங்களால பண்ணவே முடியாதுன்னு நான் சொல்றேன். ஏன், எப்படி பண்ணுவீங்க, யாரை வச்சு பண்ணுவீங்க? இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணி இந்த 0 ஆக்கிட்டேன். இப்போ திரும்பவும் இத 0 ஆக்கணும் அப்படினா இந்த 0 ஃபிக்ஸட், திரும்ப இந்த 0 குள்ள வேல்யூ வரவே கூடாது. அப்ப இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் நான் என்ன பண்ணாலும் இந்த 0 கூட நீங்க என்ன வேல்யூ மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணாலும் while adding எந்த வேல்யூ பண்ணாலும் இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க முடியாது உங்களால. ஐ மீன் இந்த 1 ன்ற இடத்துல 0 வரணும் அப்படினா by doing addition operation or subtraction multiplication none of the operation will going to give you result as value 0. remember one more thing, many of you என்ன think பண்ணீங்க சார் அப்ப 0 ஆல டைரக்ட்டா மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படினா is it correct way of approach? no. 0 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணினா null matrix ஆ மாறும். இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஃபுல்லா நீங்க delete பண்றீங்க அர்த்தம், right? so don't blindly think like that. don't apply 0 down here. okay, fine. so the rank of the matrix is what? find out the number of non-zero rows. இத நீங்க ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் என்னால என்ன பண்ண முடியலனா கம்ப்ளீட்டா நான்-zero rows கொண்டு வரவே முடியல. see that இந்த rows-ல at least ஒரு வேல்யூ not equal to 0 இருக்கு. so I am considering two non-zero rows. the rank of the matrix is 2 only. this is method number 2. in method number 1 simply find the determinant 2 plus 4 8. 8 minus 3 5. determinant not equal to 0, so rank of the matrix will be 2. same answer we are getting. yes. let us select 3 class 3 matrix. there only you get the clear idea regarding this eclat form. so let me rub this one. let us select some matrix in 3 class 3. let me perform 1 1 1. let us take 2 1 2. let us take 3 3 3. okay, fine. நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், first value 1 ஆக்குன்னு சொன்னேன். anyway that is 1 only already, right? second நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க, select the last value of the, that is last row first value. இப்போ இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்கணும். எப்படி பண்ணலாம், for that, right? that is the first step. அப்ப இந்த 0 ஆக்கணும் அப்படினா what I have been told, you can do row and column operations, right? that is நீங்க addition subtraction எல்லாம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்போ இந்த row வந்து இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்கணும் அப்படினா இதுக்கு நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம், கரெஸ்பாண்டன்ட் இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்குறீங்க. either you can perform the operation with r2 and r3, or you can perform the operation with r1 and r3. பட் எனக்கு இங்க இத பார்த்தோனே எனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன தெரியுது அப்படினா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் row 3 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா லாஸ்ட் row வந்துரும் தெரியுது. do you agree? அப்ப நான் இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் கூட perform பண்ண அப்படினா இந்த row கம்ப்ளீட்டா நான் 0 ஆக்க முடியும். happily ஒரு row 0 ஆகுதுல rank reduce ஆகுதுல. so I am doing the operation like this. I am selecting this matrix A, right? first row second row நம்ம எதுவும் பண்ண போறது கிடையாது. but last row தான் நம்ம ஆபரேஷன் பண்ண போறோம். என்ன பண்ண போறோம், our operation is I am doing operation with R3. first write R3. என்ன ஆபரேஷன் பண்ண போறோம், I am selecting R1, I am multiplying it by 3 and then I am doing subtraction with R3. This is the operation that we are going to perform in the row 3. Start பண்ணலாமா? Yes. First value அப்ப என்ன பண்ணோம்? 3 into R1. R1 3 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு அப்ப இது 3 ஆ மாறும். 3 into 1 will become 3. So 3 minus 3 will become 0. Same process. 3 into R1. 3 ங்கற வேல்யூ நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். R1 ல 1 இருக்கு. 1 into 3 will become 3. So 3 minus 3. நீங்க minus 7 பண்றீங்க. So 3 minus 3 will become 0. Second value. Third value. Again 3 minus 3 will become 0. Anyway, guys listen. I am not targeting these two people. என்னோட டார்கெட் இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வேல்யூ 0 ஆகறதுதான். நான் அதல தான் என்னோட கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் பண்ணேன். அப்ப அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா 0 ஆயிட்டாங்க. That's not என்னோட இன்டென்ஷன் அது கிடையாதுனா. நீங்க நெக்ஸ்ட் டாஸ்க் என்னன்னா இது 0 ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்க ரோல இருக்க வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும். உங்களோட டாஸ்க் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இங்க இருக்க வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்கணும். Listen, let me arrange the order. இத ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 0 ஆக்குறீங்களா? நெக்ஸ்ட் டாஸ்க் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்க ரோவோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணனும். And then you have to come here. Suppose இங்க இருக்க வேல்யூ not equal to 0 வந்தா அடுத்து அத நீங்க 0 ஆக்கணும். And then you have to go back. அங்க இருக்க வேல்யூ நீங்க 0 ஆக்கணும். Then repeat. Clear? That is how we are performing the operation. Your target is in this way only you have to make these zeros. Okay, fine. So let us complete this one. Okay. With this I understood this row is completely 0. Next நான் என்ன சொன்ன அடுத்து இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். இப்போ இத 0 ஆக்கணும் அப்படினா shall we perform the operation எப்படி perform பண்ணலாம்? உங்க மைண்ட்ல ஸ்லோவா என்ன ஐடியா வந்துருக்கும். சார் ரோ நம்பர் 1 2 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம செப்பரேட் பண்ணா ஆன்சர் வந்துரும். கரெக்ட்டா? நீங்க கண்டிப்பா திங்க் பண்ணிருப்பீங்க. So according to the way that you are thinking I am just proceeding, right? So here 0 0 0, correct? Yes. அப்ப நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் அப்படினா R2 perform, right? The operation is R1 2 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிக்கோங்க. R2 செப்பரேட் பண்ணிக்கோங்கன்னு சொல்றேன். such that 2 இப்போ R இந்த ரோ ஃபுல்லா 2 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா 2 into 1 will become 2. 2 minus 2 will be 0. And then again 2 into 1 will become 2. 2 minus 1 will be 1, not equal to 0. Next 2 into minus 2 will be 0. Anyway, next thing. இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன் பாருங்க. Now find out. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிட்டோம்னா இந்த ட்ரையாங்கிள் வந்து 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. கரெக்ட்டா? நெக்ஸ்ட் இப்போ இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். Right? You can try to make this value as 0. But before that, write your next task. Listen guys. இத நீங்க 0 ஆக்கிட்டீங்க இல்லையா? இத 0 ஆக்கிட்டீங்க. அடுத்து இதையும் நம்ம 0 ஆக்கியாச்சு. இந்த ட்ரையாங்கிள் வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. This triangle is completely 0. நீங்க further ப்ரோசீட் பண்றீங்க. அடுத்ததா இப்போ you do think is இந்த வேல்யூ நீங்க 0 ஆக்கணும் அப்படினா அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த வேல்யூ நீங்க அப்ப 0 ஆக்கணும். Why? Because இதுவும் 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. இதுவும் 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. இதுவும் 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. அப்ப இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆயிடுச்சுனா தான் while performing the operation இந்த வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆகாது. என்ன கொள்ள போறா அப்படினா குழப்பல கவனிங்க. இப்போ இந்த 1 நீங்க 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்றீங்க. அப்ப நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் டைரக்ட்டா இந்த ரெண்டு ரோவை செப்பரேட் பண்ணலாமா? இங்க 1 தான் இருக்கு, இங்க 1 தான் இருக்கு. அப்ப நீங்க டைரக்ட்டா செப்பரேட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா what will happen? The thing is அப்படி செப்பரேட் பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ணுவீங்கன்னா see there, let me perform the operation. I'm making mistake, I know. உங்களுக்கு புரியலன்றதால நான் மிஸ்டேக் பண்றேன். ரைட்? இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா I just லாஸ்ட் ரோவை அப்படியே எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோவை நம்ம அப்படியே எடுத்துக்கலாம். இப்போ என்னோட டார்கெட் சார் இது 0 ஆயிடுச்சு, அடுத்து இதுவும் 0 ஆயிடுச்சு, அடுத்து இதுவும் 0 ஆயிடுச்சு. இப்போ இந்த வேல்யூ நான் 0 ஆக்க ட்ரை பண்றேன் அப்படினா அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இங்க இருக்க வேல்யூ நீங்க 0 ஆக்கிட்டோம் நான் சொல்றேன். Why? Because the thing is if you want to அப்படி நீங்க இந்த 0 ஆக்காம ஆபரேஷன் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா இப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னு பார்க்கலாமா? இந்த 1 0 ஆக்கிறதுக்காக நான் இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரையும் செப்பரேட் பண்றேன். I am just doing operation with R2. பட் என்ன ஆபரேஷன் அப்படினா R1 ல இருந்து R2 செப்பரேட் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்றேன். ப்ரோசீட் பண்ணலாமா? இப்போ செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. இங்க 0 இல்ல. R1 minus R2 போடினா 1 minus 0 will become 1. இங்க 1 minus 1 will become 0. Happily you can write 1 minus 0 will become 1. கவனிங்க. இது கரெக்ட்டா? இதுயா நான் உங்ககிட்ட பண்ண சொன்னேன். என்னோட டார்கெட் இது இந்த மூணு வேல்யூ 0 ஆயிடுச்சா I'm happy. இது 0 ஆனவுடனே அடுத்து இமிடியேட்டா இது 0 ஆயிருக்கும். once இது 0 ஆயிடுச்சா இது 0 தான். அது திரும்ப வந்து வேல்யூ வரக்கூடாது. ஆனா இப்போ வேல்யூ வருது. அப்ப அது வேல்யூ வராம இருந்ததுன்னா என்ன பண்ணிரணும்? இத வந்து நீங்க 0வா மாத்திரணும். ஆனா என்னோட ப்ராப்ளம் என்ன அப்படினா இங்க 1 இருக்கு. கீழ இருக்க ரெண்டு வேல்யூ ஆல்ரெடி 0 ஆயிடுச்சுங்க. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் 0 ஆயிட்டாங்கன்னா இது உங்களால எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாது. இந்த 1 வந்து எக்காரணத்துக்கு கூட உங்களால 0 ஆக்க முடியாது. எப்படி பண்ண முடியும்? இவங்க கூட நீங்க எந்த வேல்யூவால மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணாலும் 0 தான். 0வால நீங்க யார எந்த வேல்யூ மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா 0 ஆகும். அதுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க சப்ட்ராக்ஷன் அடிஷன் என்ன பண்ணாலும் 0 ஆகாது. 1 - 0 1 - 0 1 - 0 எப்பவுமே 1 தானே. அது எப்ப 0 ஆகும்? சோ இந்த வேல்யூ 0 ஆக்க முடியாதுனா you have to stop the operation. further உங்களால போக முடியாது. That's all. Right? You are after நீங்க உங்களோட டார்கெட் வந்து நீங்க அச்சீவ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. The thing is your target is what? Top row first rowக்கு கீழ இருக்க வேல்யூஸ் எல்லாம் 0 ஆயிட்டாலே போதும். first rowக்கு கீழ இருக்க வேல்யூ வரைக்கும் நீங்க 0 வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா அதுக்கு அப்புறம் பல்கா உங்களால போக முடியாது. just stop the operation and then write the answer. Anyway last row is 0. How many non zero rows are there? 1 2. So the rank of the matrix is what? 2 only. You cannot go further. Getting me? So என்னோட டார்கெட் என்ன அப்படினா நான் ஒரு வேல்யூ 0 கேட்கலாம். see there நீங்க இப்ப பாருங்க, இவங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்கு நீங்க ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணாலும் இங்க 0 இருக்கு, இங்க 0 இருக்கு. நீங்க எந்த வேல்யூவால மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணாலும் 0 * 0 0 தான். அப்ப நீங்க இப்ப இந்த ரெண்டு ரோ கூட ஒரு ஆபரேஷன் பண்றீங்கன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. இப்போ இது ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் லிசன். இப்போ இதுவும் 0 இதுவும் 0. நீங்க எந்த வேல்யூவால மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணாலும் 0 * 0 everything 0 தானே. அப்ப நீங்க சப்ட்ராக்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது இதுல வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆகாதுன்னு சொல்றேன். அப்ப நீங்க மத்த பாராமீட்டர் சேஞ்ச் பண்றதுக்காக இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் 0 ஆக்கிட்டு அதுக்கு அப்புறமா ப்ரோசீட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா எந்த ப்ராப்ளமும் வராது. புரியுதா? எஸ். சோ அதே மாதிரி தான் சொல்றேன். இப்போ இந்த போர்ஷன் கூட நீங்க ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணனும் அப்படினா இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் 0 ஆகணும்னு சொல்றேன். பட் தட் இஸ் நாட் பாசிபிள். இல்ல. அப்ப என்னால பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு சொல்றேன். அவ்வளவுதான். ரைட்? சோ the rank of the matrix will be 2. That is the method number 1. Right? நீங்க method number 1 ல எப்படி ப்ரோசீட் பண்ணுவீங்க? Just we are finding the determinant of this matrix. Right? Determinant find பண்ணேன் for this matrix. If I find the determinant of the matrix, that is going to be 1 into 3 minus 6 will give you minus 3, and then minus 1 into 6 minus 6 will be 0, and then plus 1 into 6 minus 3, that will be 3, such that plus 3 minus 3 will become 0. Rank of the matrix will be 0. Rank வந்து 0 ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படினா அப்ப rank எப்படி எழுதுவீங்க? Rank has to be less than order of the matrix. less than 3 ஓட கம்மியா இருக்கணும். அப்ப 3 ஓட கம்மியா இருந்தா either it will be equal to 1 or 2. ரெண்டு பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு. அதுக்கு நம்ம சப்ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸை செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். 1 into 1 minus 2 will give you minus 1, not equal to 0. So the rank of the matrix is what? 2. அவ்வளவுதான். 2 steps. Method number 1 is simple. In rank, by finding the rank of the matrix, echelon form ஓட நீங்க அதை கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது இத கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது that will be very easy. You can go with that one. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Anyway, it's only your choice, right? Choosing நீங்க எந்த மெத்தட் ஃபாலோ பண்ண போறீங்கன்றது that's only your choice, right? It's only depending on yours. Okay? Fine. So that is all about rank of the matrix, right? Now let us see some of the properties of the rank of the matrix. First thing, see, I have a null matrix. Just I have null matrix, right? ஒரு null matrix இருக்கு அப்படினா how will you find out the tell me what is the rank of null matrix? For example, best example, I am selecting 3 cross 3. What is the rank of null matrix? Rank of null matrix will be equal to 0. Why? Because rank of the matrix should be equal to number of non-zero rows. But in this selected matrix, all the rows having 0 values. So rank of a null matrix will always be equal to 0. That is the first property. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Next, you might understand, right? Already what is we learned the properties of what I can say singular matrix and non-singular matrix, right? அப்போ ஒரு matrix வந்து singular matrix ஆ போகுது அப்படினா அதை நீங்க எப்படி டிஃபைன் பண்ணுவீங்க? We saw the second thing is, right? So whenever we are looking for singular matrix and non-singular matrix, how will you find out the rank of the matrix, right? I said first let me write square matrix. We have been observed square matrix. In case of square matrix, singular matrix இருந்தது அப்படினா rank of the matrix can be defined as, right? It has to be less than n order of the matrix, but at least it has to be greater than or equal to 1. Do you agree with me? Yes. Now when I am looking for non-singular matrix, guys, you cannot find these things anywhere. So please try to make very clear notes, because basic properties you can observe anywhere, right? You can, many of you having some books, I have seen it, right? Yesterday many of you had posted some doubts, right? In private section I have seen it, right? I am really very happy with that, but all things won't be available, right? So should try to make very clear notes. Non-singular matrix in the sense, rank of a matrix should be equal to n. We have seen. Clear? Yes. Now when I am looking for non-square matrix, if I have non-square matrix, what I have been told you, in non-square matrix also we have two cases, singularity and non-singularities. But if நம்ம non-square matrix determinant find பண்றது நான் சொல்லிட்டேன், you should go with the maximum subsquare வந்து நீங்க செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். Maximum subsquare matrix வந்து நீங்க செக் பண்ணும்போது if it is singular, if your maximum subsquare matrix is singular, maximum order, maximum subsquare னா maximum 3 plus 3 4 plus 4 அந்த மாதிரி கொண்டு வர முடியல, அது கொண்டு வந்துட்டா அது singular matrix ஆ இருந்தது அப்படினா, if it is singular, then I only told you just select the rank of the matrices, right? If it is singular, at least it should be equal to 1, but at max, right? Maximum value போகும்போது என்ன ஆகும்? It is less than minimum value of number of rows and number of columns. Minimum value of rows and columns. Clear? That is in case of singular matrix. Suppose, right, in this maximum subsquare, if it is non-singular, right? If your matrix is non-singular, non-singular it means maximum subsquare matrix is non-singular. If it is non-singular, it clearly indicates that the rank of the matrix can be written as, it should be equal to minimum value of m comma n, that is number of rows and columns. You can directly choose your answer. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Make very clear notes because that is very, very important. Clear? Yes. Next. 1 second. Repeat this one. Now let us select two more matrices, matrix A and matrix D. Let's see the operation. The next property, you can check it by yourself. I don't want to waste my time because now you all might have understood how to analyze the properties, right? Now, for example, rank of the A matrix is given as P, right? And rank of matrix B is defined as Q. Now, you will be tested for rank of AB. That's very simple. You can directly write the answer as it should be less than or equal to, right? It has to be less than or equal to minimum value of, you can choose rank of A, comma, rank of B, right? Whereas rank A, rank B both are given such that rank of AB can be directly written as its answer is going to be P, comma, Q. Clear? Make notes very clearly, guys. Either they might define the answer in this way or they might also write in the alternative way because minimum value நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும் அது எல்லா மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கும் காமன் except null matrix. They can define like this or this is also correct, right? So that is minimum value of P, Q. That is general possibilities. ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி எதுவுமே நமக்கு தெரியாது பட் அதில் இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம டிஃபைன் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன். Clear? Yes. Similarly, when we are performing, right? So anyway, this is multiplication for the same matrix. If I am defining addition operation, the question is rank of A plus B enunciated. For that one, you should select. One second. Okay, guys. See, addition operation perform same thing, right? You can do that is less than or equal to same thing, but here I am going to choose directly. You can write that is rank of A plus rank of B, such that it can be written as, so rank of A plus B, both values are given already, so it can be written as what? It will be the sum of P plus Q. Clear? That is the correct answer when we are writing. That is, see, I can give proof for this. Now you know how to find out the rank of the matrix, right? Just to simply select 2 cross 2 matrix. You don't need to go with the big matrix. We have to understand the property. That's enough. 2 cross 2 matrix எடுத்துட்டு நீங்களே செலக்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. 2 மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வந்து சூஸ் பண்ணி தனித்தனியா மேட்ரிக்ஸ் A க்கு ரேங்க் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, மேட்ரிக்ஸ் B க்கு ரேங்க் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, and then அவங்க ரெண்டு பேர் தனித்தனியா மேட்ரிக்ஸ் A and B ஒண்ணா ஆட் பண்ணி அதுக்கு ரேங்க் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get this one. Right? That's not a big deal, right? I am not letting you all to memorize this blah blah things. Fine. But properties very important, right? Understanding these properties are very important, right? Next, I have some scaling factor, right? Suppose your matrix is defined like this, right? For rank of the matrix வந்து A வந்து find பண்ணி, for an example இல்ல இப்படி கேட்டுட்டாங்க வெச்சுக்கோங்க, where K is the scaling factor of the matrix defined as K is the scaling factor of the matrix. Now how will I define? This one can be defined as, take the scaling factor outside, directly you can write that is going to be the rank of the matrix. Clear? Yes, that is the next property of rank of the matrix. Just to remember that is enough. K is this factor. That's all. Okay. So let us rub these things. These are the some of the properties of your matrix. Okay. fine. Listen guys, at least sometimes we will tested some worthless theoretical questions, right? For example, I will select a square matrix, n cross n square matrix, right? And its correspondent rank is defined. For a n cross n square matrix, its correspondent rank is defined as n. Let us select n. I took some non-singular matrix like that, right? Up in the matrix, you are requested to find out the adjoint of rank of adjoint of this matrix. Order won't be changed because of the adjoint, but this matrix rank on same as, right? Either answer that is the answer for this one. Suppose if you are defined for, right? See, the things that you can observe by performing the operations, right? Again, let us select n cross n matrix. Suppose given it is rank of matrix on the n minus 1 defined right? Second case, adjoint of the matrix can be defined as, right? Its adjoint rank only can be defined. If it is n minus 1, then its rank, adjoint of the rank is going to be simply equal to 1 only. Clear? Suppose if it is further defined, right? Rank of n cross n matrix on the all our observations. It is not dimensional discoveries. Now problem solve just we are considering, that's all, right? If it is n minus 2, in the then adjoint of matrix will become 0, right? If you find it will become a null matrix, that's all. Let me define. It will become a null matrix and its rank of the matrix will become almost 0. Clear? So it will become a null matrix, that's all. I hope things are very clear to you all. Just to make notes, that's enough, right? If you want to testify, you can take some matrix like that and you can proceed further. Okay, fine. எப்படி செக் பண்ணி பாப்பீங்க? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்க என்ன பண்ணனும்? இதுக்கு ஒரு நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் சூஸ் பண்ணனும். ஏன்னா ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ரேங்க் ஆஃப் தி மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஈக்குவலா வந்திருக்கா. அப்ப நீங்க நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்னா டிட்டர்மினன்ட் நாட் ஈக்குவல் டு 0 வராத மாதிரி ஒரு 2 cross 2 மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எடுத்துக்க. அதுக்கு நீங்க அட்ஜாயின்ட் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணி அதோட ரேங்க் செக் பண்ணீங்கனா you are getting the same answer. அடுத்து என்ன பண்றீங்க? ஒரு சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ், ரைட்? 2 cross 2 எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Singular matrix எடுத்துக்கிட்டு again proceed further, find the rank of the matrix. You will get the answer. n minus 1 னா என்ன வரும்? இப்போ ஆர்டர் 2 அப்படினா 2 minus 1 னா 1. rank of the matrix 1 வரும். Again proceed further, find out the adjoint. Again select ஒரு 3 cross 3 matrix. Is it okay now? Please respond. Is it okay? Anyone please respond? I'm just waiting for your response. Yeah, fine. Let's continue. Okay, see, suppose if you are taking acid, in order to check the last one, just to take 3 cross 3 matrix, right? In 3 cross 3 matrix, select all the matrix identical or like 1 on 1, 2 2 2, 3 3 3, etc. Again, find out the rank of that matrix, and then you can just justify the adjoint of that matrix. Automatically it will become null, right? So I said, just go ahead, 1 1 1, 2 2 2, 3 3 3. To proceed, automatically that will give you null matrix on the adjoint find பண்ணும்போது null ஆயிடும், right? You can cross it by yourself, right? Because எல்லாமே identical வருதுல, நீங்க எந்த ரோல பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணீங்கனாலும் ஆபரேஷன் வந்து 0 ஆயிடும், right? Adjoint find பண்ணும்போது we are taking determinant for subsquare matrix. ஒவ்வொரு வேல்யூக்கும் நம்ம சப்ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கு டிட்டர்மினன்ட் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணுவோம். எல்லாரும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருந்தாங்க அப்படின்னா இதுல டிட்டர்மினன்ட் என்ன வரும்? 0 தான வரும். சோ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி இட் கெட் திஸ் ஒன். இதெல்லாம் மறுமசான்னு யோசிச்சு பார்க்க கூடாது. அட்ஜாயின்ட்ல நம்ம ஒவ்வொரு ஃபேக்டருக்கும் வேல்யூ ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணும்போது சப்ஸ்கொயர்ல டிட்டர்மினன்ட் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணுவோம். அப்ப நீங்க 9 ஆபரேஷன் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி all the people will become 0. You get null matrix. Okay, I hope things are very clear to you all. So just to make notes, see, don't memorize, understand. I am repeating once again because that's not a big deal. Whichever the things that I have been concluded, they are not big deal, but you have to understand, right? In order to get the clear idea, you have to understand those things, right? Okay, fine. Let me start the next one. We are going to discuss about system of linear equations, right? System of linear equations. Keep that in. That is called a system of linear equations. Okay, fine. First of all, what is the purpose of system of linear equations? Anyway, till now we learned the properties of the matrix. We know A inverse na enna pathom, rank of the matrix na enna pathom, right? And we saw what we mean by determinant and all. We have been concluded many things. System of linear equations அப்படினா the thing is we have many type of linear equations, right? ஒரு big system வருது. In that big system I have thousands and thousands of matrix, like lines are there or linear parameters are there. Can you what I can say, can you find the solution for all the people at a time? No. இப்போ rank of the matrix வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா, நீங்க ஒரு 1000 people எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா இட்ஸ் லைக் a Gauss elimination technique. இட்ஸ் லைக் Gauss elimination method. அது என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா that will simply reduce. என்ன பண்ணி கொடுக்கும் அப்படின்னா the thing is உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஐடென்டிக்கலா இருக்க எல்லாரையும் ரிமூவ் பண்ணி விட்டுரும். நீங்க 10 பேர் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கீங்களா சார், அவங்க 10 பேர் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க சார், ஒருத்தர் மட்டும் அனலைஸ் பண்ணுங்க, அவங்க வச்சு 10 பேரோட கேரக்டர் டிஃபைன் பண்ணலாம் நான் சொல்லிடலாம். நான் எதுக்கு 10 பேர் தனித்தனியாக கூப்பிட்டு ஒவ்வொரு டைம் இவனோட கேரக்டர் வந்து ஃபுல்லா டிஃபைன் அந்த மாதிரி இல்லைனா that is waste of time for me, right? That's what we are doing here. So system of linear equations நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா we are going to see ஒரு big system நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அந்த சிஸ்டம்க்கு வந்து ஒரு சிஸ்டம் வந்து கன்சிஸ்டன்சியா இருக்கா இல்லையா, right? So whether we can provide consistent solution for the given system or not, right? For that I am choosing there are two type of systems. One is called homogeneous, another one is called non-homogeneous, right? In homogeneous, mathematically solve அப்படினா just we can write by writing the equation I can directly define. But when you are looking for non-homogeneous and homogeneous equations, let me check, let us take some practical system. For an example, we have a camera here. For that camera I am giving input, my input, right? I am giving input, you are receiving the output. So now we are performing some operations. So my voice is acting as an input signal. At the same time our camera is also consuming some electrical power, right? It is taking some other kind of what I can say input signals such that it is performing its operation without any issues, right? In one side it's a need of what electrical signal, in another side it's a need of what my voice, and it has to recognize, it has to perform some specific operations, and then it has to convert that signal from my side, right? And then it has to transmit to you all, and it is doing many actions here, blah 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 things. So here in this case this system I am simply calling it as non-homogeneous system, right? Whereas homogeneous system in the sense I am just selecting, I am taking this camera outside, I am not providing any speech signal, I am just selecting the camera and I am observing the property of the camera, what are the components are available inside the camera, how this camera will doing its operation, right? What I can say, what is the significance, right? What is the core processor, what is the bit rate, right? How speed it will act, right? What is the latency, everything I will check regarding the camera, right? So the conclusion, what I would like to conclude here, the conclusion is homogeneous system in the sense just we are trying to analyze the property of the system without any forcing signals. And the system oda property evlo ungala character enna, just you are trying to figure out my character and my behavior. If you are doing like that without giving any signal, எந்த ஒரு இன்புட் சிக்னலையும் கொடுக்காம first நீங்க very beginning first நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா இவர்கிட்ட கிளாஸ் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணலாமா இல்லையா, first you have to conclude that one, right? You cannot directly join here. So first you are guessing me, right? Okay, ஏதாவது நமக்கு கிடைக்கும் அப்படினா and then you might have sent some time and some money something, right? You have to do something, அதுக்கப்புறம் you can take some action, you can put some input and then you can take some output from my side. So the conclusion is what? Homogeneous in the sense you first you have to analyze the property of that person. Second thing, and then you can provide some signal and then you can analyze that system property. Okay fine. So அப்போ homogeneous system பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் guys listen, ஒரு சிஸ்டம் வந்து இந்த யூனிவர்ஸ்ல எக்ஸிஸ்ட் ஆயிருக்கு, அந்த சிஸ்டம் நீங்க அப்பதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் பாக்குறீங்க. அப்படி ஒரு சிஸ்டம் வந்து நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் பாக்கும்போதே can you define that system is unstable or stable? நீங்க சிஸ்டம் அப்பதான் பாக்குறீங்க. உங்களை வந்து நான் டக்குன்னு என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா ராக்கெட்ல வந்து நம்ம மார்ஸ்க்கு கூட்டு போறோம். இப்போ மார்ஸ்ல நீங்க போய்ட்டு அப்பதான் என்டர் ஆகிறீங்க, மார்ஸ் இப்பதான் நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் பாக்குறீங்க. மாசை பார்த்தோன்னே இந்த மாஸ் வந்து என்ன ஆகுது, நீங்க இன்னும் எதுவுமே ரிசர்ச்லாம் பண்ணல, ஜஸ்ட் அப்போதான் நீங்க என்டர் ஆகிறீங்க மாஸ்க்குள்ள, ரைட்? மாசை பார்த்தோன்னே சார் இந்த மாஸ் வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் 600 days தான் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்மளால கெஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா? நோ. ஒரு சிஸ்டம் நீங்க பார்த்தோன்னே there is some system, அந்த சிஸ்டம் இருக்கு அவ்வளவுதான், ரைட்? அந்த சிஸ்டம் என்ன சொல்லலாம், அப்போ அது ஒரு ஹோமோஜினியஸ் சிஸ்டம் அவ்வளவுதான். இது அந்த சிஸ்டம்க்கு வந்து நம்ம ஒரு எந்த இன்புட் சிக்னலும் கொடுக்கல, we did not check the oxygen availability of oxygen, water level and rainy season and winter summer everything, எந்த ஒரு இதுவுமே இல்லாம you cannot guess that one. And then you அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க terms time வந்து you have to spend there, you have to live there, you have to dedicatedly work for some years there, and you have to analyze the complete property of that mass in the solar system, and then you can send some signal to the earth and then you can do some actions, right? So the conclusion is what? Homogeneous system பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அந்த homogeneous systemல சொல்யூஷன் இல்ல அப்படி நம்ம எப்பவே சொல்ல முடியாது. ஆனா நான் ஹோமோஜினியஸ் சிஸ்டம்னா மீனிங் என்ன? நான் ஹோமோஜினியஸ்னா நீங்க இறங்கி ரிசர்ச்லாம் பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க சொல்லலாம், நீங்க டேட்டா எழுதுறீங்க, சார் இங்க வந்து நான் மார்ஸ்ல வந்து இந்த ஆபரேஷன் முடிச்சிட்டேன், இந்த மார்ஸ்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 600 days வரைக்கும் நம்மளால வாட்டர்ஸ் வந்து எடுக்க முடியும், ஆக்சிஜன் அவைலபிளா இருக்கும். 600 days தாண்டி நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா இது எதுவுமே அவைலபிலிட்டி இருக்காது. நான் ரெண்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் எழுதுறேன் தனித்தனியா. right? Below 600 here, we can happily live in the Mars. Above 600 here or 600 millions of here, we cannot live in the Mars. Like that, I will do after completing the research by performing some specific, by putting some input actions, by giving some electrical signals, or by taking some actions, walking, roaming on the Mars, by doing many actions, blah blah things, right? By doing some research, I have found that all those things. But can you do the same thing just by sitting or இங்க இருந்து பார்த்துட்டு ஒரு மார்ஸோட இமேஜ் உங்களுக்கு நான் காட்டிட்டு இருக்கேன். மார்ஸோட இமேஜ் பார்த்து சார் இந்த மார்ஸ் வந்து 600 மில்லியன்ஸ் இருக்கிறவங்கள பார்க்க சொல்ல முடியுமா? No, we are not God. We cannot do like that. There are some systems there. In that system that we can expect some solution. That solution I cannot say there was a solution exist ஆகாதுன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. எக்ஸிஸ்ட் ஆகிற சொல்யூஷன் என்ன மாதிரிலாம் இருக்கும்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. I can guess it. There are some system அந்த சிஸ்டமோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி மட்டும் அனலைஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது அதுக்குள்ள சம் ஸ்பெசிபிக் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் மட்டும் இருக்கும். அதை மட்டும் நம்ம அப்டேட் எடுத்துக்கணும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும், எந்த ஒரு சிஸ்டம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டாலும் அதுக்குள்ள சம் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் வந்து நமக்கு கிடைக்கும். ஆனால் அது நமக்கு தேவைப்படாது. நமக்கு தேவையான ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி நம்ம வந்து கொண்டு வரோம். நீங்கள் என்ன நம்ம இண்டக்டர் கெப்பாசிட்டி ரெசிஸ்டர் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம், அதோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி வேற. நம்ம தான் வந்து ஏசி சிக்னல் ஒரு எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் சிக்னல் வழியாக பாஸ் பண்ணி அதை வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், we are diminishing, ரைட்? அதுக்குள்ளே இருக்க ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ்லாம் காலி பண்ணி நமக்கேற்ற மாதிரி அதை நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ண வச்சுருக்கோம். Right, it is acting. It's like a slave for us. Our inductor capacitor resistor like a slave for us, right? Whenever you are giving the signal, நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அதை அப்போஸ் பண்ணணும்ல, அதான் டிரான்சியன்ட் ஜோன். அதுக்கப்புறம் இது என்ன பண்ணணும்னா நம்ம சிக்னல் போயிட்டு அடிச்சு கொண்டுட்டு உங்களோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிலாம் எனக்கு தேவையில்லை, நான் சொல்றது நீ செய்யன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு சிக்னல் கொடுத்து நீங்கள் கொண்டு வந்துடுவீங்க. அதுதான் வந்து நான் ஹோமோஜினியஸ் சிஸ்டம். Conclusion is over, right? So for the system of linear equations, we are going to select very big systems, but here we are not going to look at these things mathematically. That is on the computer with some algorithms actions, we are doing some blah blah things in order to attain solution for many unknowns. Like when we are going up with the 10 unknowns, 20 unknowns, 30 unknowns, like linear solution, that is this system will give you solution on the exist ஆகுமா ஆகாதா அப்படிங்கறத கன்க்ளூஷன் கொடுத்துரும். First thing, இந்த சிஸ்டம்க்கு சொல்யூஷன் கொண்டு வர முடியுமா முடியாதா, அப்படி கொண்டு வர முடியுமா, எந்த மாதிரியான சிஸ்டம் இது இருக்குன்றது நீங்கள் செக் பண்ணணும், ரைட்? ஸோ லெட் அஸ் கன்க்ளூட். அப்போ சிம்பிளாக நம்ம மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸில் டிஃபைன் பண்ணுறது எப்படி அப்படின்னா, ஒரு ஹோமோஜினியஸ் சிஸ்டம் அப்படின்னா எந்த ஒரு இன்புட் சிக்னலும் கொடுக்காம we have to test. நான் ஹோமோஜினியஸ் சிஸ்டம் அப்படின்னா இன்புட் சிக்னல் கொடுத்ததுக்கப்புறம் அது எப்படி இருக்குன்றது செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும், ரைட்? தட்ஸ் ஆல், right? So let us see. That is all about system of linear equation. Let me mathematically define all those things, okay? Guys, I am just giving introduction for all those things. If I want to talk all these things in the application point of view, it's really very wide. I said in this universe there is nothing, right? A matrix எல்லாமே இங்க எதுவுமே கிடையாது. நீங்க எந்த ஒரு காம்பவுண்ட் எடுத்தீங்கனாலும் அதுக்குள்ள we can develop the matrix, right? In free time there are many papers available in IIIT, right? You can just go there and you can visit the papers. You will come to know the beauties of your mathematics, not only matrix. You will come to know about the beauties of entire mathematics. எங்க இடத்துல எவ்வளவு ஃபீல்ட் வந்து நம்ம பிராக்டிகலா அப்ளை பண்றோம். வீட்ல இருக்க ஒரு சேர்ல கூட நம்ம மேத்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்ணி பார்த்திருப்போம். அங்கேயே ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் டெவலப் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. Like that you will come to know many things because research papers are going on. They will publish many papers. You can just go and visit their labs, okay? Later. Fine. Let's start our journey with a system of linear equations, right? Happily you have to study. That's why I am talking these things. Anyway, understanding these things mathematically and examination point of view also very important, right? Let's go ahead. Topic is what? We are looking for system of linear equation, right? System of linear. Name itself I am defining. I am going to talk about linear equations, right? I am selecting some systems with the linear equations, right? Like our LTI system, right? Fine. So here I am going to talk about two type of systems. I said one is called homogeneous system. Another one is called non-homogeneous system. Okay. In homogeneous system, we are going to get two type of solutions, right? Anyway, generally I will define. I said here only one solution will be available. That solution, under that solution we have two category. நீங்க சொல்யூஷன் இருக்குனே நான் ஸ்டேட்மென்ட் ப்ரொவைட் பண்றேன். ஆனா இந்த நான் ஹோமோஜெனியஸ் சிஸ்டம் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நீங்க கம்ப்ளீட்டா ரெண்டு சொல்யூஷன் கொடுக்கலாம். சார் மார்ஸ்ல உங்களால நீங்க போயிட்டு மார்ஸ்ல என்ட்ரான உடனே கூட என்ன சொல்ல முடியாது. நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கெஸ் பண்ணுங்க. மார்ஸ்ல சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கும் அப்படின்றது மட்டும் தான் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். அதுக்கப்புறம் டிஃபைன் பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் சிக்னல்லாம் போட்டு ரிசர்ச் எல்லாம் ஃபுல்லா முடிச்சிட்டீங்க. அண்ட் நெக்ஸ்ட் யூ ஆர் கன்க்ளூடிங். அடுத்து நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்கன்னா இங்க சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா இல்லையான்றதை டிஃபைன் பண்ணுவீங்க. நோ சொல்யூஷன் ரெண்டுமே டிஃபைன் பண்ணுவீங்க. That is non homogeneous. See, in homogeneous system we are selecting a specific system with some vector equations, right? And we are not putting any input signal on the RHS, that is going to be 0. We are setting like this, right? Whereas when we are looking for non homogeneous system, we are going to select like this, right? We are going to put some input signal on the RHS and then we are going to test the systems at various position. right? Ax equal to b in the sense with the help of a matrix or vector variables I am going to matrix A oda properties வந்து நம்ம change பண்ண போறோம் such that we are going to get new values. In the case la x oda values வந்து we are keep on changing. அப்ப சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா we are getting new values. நான் ஸ்டார்டிங்ல very first மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது 2 days முன்னாடி டிஃபைன் பண்ணலையா ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல ஒரு 2x2 மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டு அது வெக்டரால மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலயும் வந்து ஸ்பேஸ்ல வந்து நம்ம எப்படி மூவ் பண்றோம்னு காமிச்சேன். that things will happen here. So we are analyzing all the properties of the system. Clear? So in homogeneous system we will have solution, right? And the solution வந்து என்னவா இருக்கணும் அப்படினா it might be trivial solution or it might be non trivial solution. Trivial solution or non trivial solution. Only two cases could be possible here. Trivial solution and non trivial solution. In the ரெண்டு cases மட்டும் தான் in case of homogeneous system ல availability இருக்கும், right? Let us discuss about them one by one. Similarly, in case of non-homogeneous system also, right? Either you can consider, right? There is a solution there. See there. Only solution கிடையாது அப்படினு சொல்றீங்கன்னா ஓகே இந்த ரிட்டர்ன் வந்துருன்னு சொல்லிடலாம். சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கு சார், நீங்க ஒரு பாசிபிலிட்டி கொடுங்க. சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கு. அதுல வந்து நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்கன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்கன்னா நீங்க டிஃபைன் பண்ணலாம். either இந்த சிஸ்டம்க்கு சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா இல்லையாங்கறத ஒரே ஸ்டேட்மென்ட்ல நீங்க முடிச்சலாம். சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா அப்படி நான் கேக்குறேன். சொல்யூஷன் நீங்க இருக்குன்னு சொல்றீங்க சார், சொல்யூஷன் இல்லனா ஓகே ரிட்டர்ன் வந்துருன்னு சொல்றேன். இல்ல சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கு சார் நான் நீங்க சொல்றீங்கன்னா திரும்ப கேட்பேன் சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா, என்ன சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா? two solutions are possible, right? Once again இங்க one first one is unique solution, right? Identity. Another one is infinite number of solution. நிறைய சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கும் பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு, ஒரே ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் வரதுக்கும் பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு. That's all. Guys, you all have to understand. Here, in case of a system of linear equations, we have only one possibility. That is, two possibilities. Either solution இருக்கு அப்படினா either it might be unique solution or infinite number. ஒரே ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் வரலாம் இல்ல infinite number solution வரலாம். உங்களுக்கு வந்து 2 3 4 5 6 எல்லாம் சொல்யூஷன் வராது. But in the examination, in order to test your brain, they will give you 2 3 4 5 6 அப்படிலாம் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. just நீங்க அத பார்த்தோனே சொல்லலாம் அது ஆன்சரே கிடையாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. either your answer might be no solution possibility இருக்கு, unique solution இருக்கு, infinite. இது மூணு பேரை பத்தி மட்டும் தான் நீங்க பேசணும். மத்த எந்த சொல்யூஷனையும் நீங்க ஆப்ஷனை பார்க்கவே கூடாது. அப்படி கொடுத்தனா ஆனா நீங்க அடிச்சீங்கன்னா தப்பு நீங்களே போடலாம். உங்க டார்கெட் இந்த மூணு வேர்ட்ல மைண்ட்ல இருக்கு. நோ சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா, யூனிக் சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா, இன்ஃபினிட் சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கா, மூணு பேர் மட்டும் டார்கெட் பண்ணி அவங்க மூணு பேர்ல யார் ஆன்சர் வருவா அவ்வளவுதான். just to consider that one and you can bring out the answer. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Now in order to testify ஒரு சிஸ்டம் வந்து ட்ரிவியல் சொல்யூஷன் வந்து ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுதா இல்ல நான் ட்ரிவியல் சொல்யூஷன் வந்து ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுதா அப்படிங்கறது we have to test, right? Okay, let us see. Please few seconds. Sorry guys. Fine. So now we have to test. ஒரு சிஸ்டம் வந்து அதேதா what you mean by trivial solution and what you mean by non trivial solution. Actually its meaning is trivial solution, non trivial solution அப்படினா we have to define these things in terms of vector variables or we can also define these things in terms of rank of the matrix, right? That is we can also define in terms of rank of the matrix. Now let me raise a small question. Take small time sometimes, right? Say take some time. First you should try to get the meaning of trivial and non-trivial because many of you guys are not understanding these things clearly. Okay, I'm just triggering your mind in your free time. You have to do it today itself because now I'm going to provide a solution for all these people and then we will come back here, right? First you should try to get the meaning in between trivial solution and non-trivial solution and then either we can also define it in terms of rank of the matrix. Direct வந்து நம்ம வந்து rank of the matrix வச்சு define பண்ணிடலாம். But what is the condition? I will define this one. You will come to know the way. That is இது ரெண்டுத்துக்கு என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் நீங்க பாருங்க, right? Fine. Let's start with this one, right? First, let us go ahead with the non-homogeneous system. I am giving priority for this one in your examination point of view. Last, I will define this one, but I am triggering your mind because at many points, trivial solution, the trivial and word of பார்க்கும்போது many of you guys are having the confusion, right? At your mind, வந்து doubts வந்துரும். இந்த மாதிரி video பார்த்ததே இல்லையா? So, I am letting you all should try to understand. First, see the basic definition, right? What is the difference between trivial and non-trivial? Then I will define the things. Okay, fine. Come to the conclusion here. Non-homogeneous system. First, in case of non-homogeneous system, I said there are two possibilities. One is your system might not having solution, right? Or your system will have the solution. Whereas in case of homogeneous, we have only one matrix, that is A. So we have to define trivial, non-trivial solution. We have to define in terms of rank of the matrix. Whereas in non-homogeneous system, I have two matrices. Right? Now, with the help of matrix A and matrix B, we are going to define the solution of the system. Right? அப்ப நம்ம என்ன பண்ற போறோம் அப்படினா once again in order to test this system, we are going up with the rank of the matrix. First step, find out the rank of A separately. A ஓட rank find பண்ணுங்க. and then find the rank of AB. Take rank of A and then find the rank of AB. That is called A augmented with B. We have to merge A matrix with B matrix, right? I will tell you while solving the problem you will come to know this one, right? You have to merge these two matrices. Merge பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் just test whether matrix A வும் matrix B யும் first equal ஆகுதான்னு check பண்ணுங்க, right? First thing நீங்க homogeneous system குள்ள enter ஆகும்போது இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் equal இருக்கான்னு check பண்ணனும். If it is equal then you can go here, right? If it is not equal then you have to come. Your answer is no solution. Matrix A க்கும் matrix B க்கு நடுவுல சம்பந்தமே இல்ல சார். இது ஒரு ஆர்டர்ல இருக்கு அது ஒரு ஆர்டர்ல இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறப்ப you cannot do anything, you cannot club them together such that such type of systems won't provide any solutions. So your answer directly you can write this one as no solution. Suppose when you are looking for solution, if you want to know the solution, find out the rank of the matrix. There are two possibilities. If rank of the matrix A, solution எப்போ உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும் அப்படினா when the rank of the matrix A will become equal to the value of AB. Rank of A or rank of AB equal வரும்போது you will get the solution. Otherwise you have to go here. If you are getting the solution, there are two possibilities. Either you can get unique solution or you can get infinite solution. You will have two possibilities for that, right? Now unique solution in the sense rank of A, rank of AB, right, should be equal to number of unknowns, right, or number of unknown vectors, or I can say number of vectors. I hope things are very clear to you all, right? I am defining once again. The thing is, when you are looking for unique solution, you will have to find out the rank of A, as well as you will have to find out the rank of AB, and then identify the number of unknown vectors. Are there a number of unknown vectors? For example, if you are defining, if you are looking for 2 cross 2 matrix, A is a square matrix, right? 2 cross 2 matrix abhina, with this you will have 2 unknown variables. Do you agree with me? Yes. From this order you can define the number of variables, vector variables that we are going to consider. So that is number of vector variables that we are going to define here. If all these people are equal, then your system will provide a unique solution. You will come up with only one solution for the system. Happily you can run. Sir, ஒரே ஒரு solution இருக்கு, அதை implement பண்ணிட்டோம்னா we can live in the Mars. Suppose infinite solution அப்படினா மீனிங் என்னன்னா, sir, plenty of sources will be there in Mars. Happily we can live when I am comparing it with the Earth. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் வருதுனா you are looking for infinite solution. நீங்க என்ன பண்ணாலும் we can live in the Mars. There is we can live in the Mars. I have infinite number of solutions, right? Water facilities will be available, right? Entire universe, right? So not in the universe, entire Mars we can, wherever you go you can select the water level, right? We can pick the water, that is water will be available and oxygen is very high, so we can live happily in Mars. So that is called infinite solution, right? So anyway, unique solution in the sense mathematically we are defining like this. Fine. Let us look at the second one. Then what do you mean by infinite solution? One second. See, this is unique solution. Let me complete here. Infinite solution. Let us write the answer here. In case of infinite solution, rank of A definitely will become equal to rank of AB. There is no doubt about it. Right? Kandipa இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் equal வந்துருவாங்க, because then only you will get the solution, na? In order to get the solution, first this condition you will have to satisfy. Once this condition is satisfied, then we are looking for what? Whether it might infinite solution இருக்கா இல்ல finite solution இருக்கான்றதை நம்ம செக் பண்ணணும். Anyway, நீங்க rank of find பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் definitely it has to be less than the number of vectors. கண்டிப்பா greater than வராதுங்க. அது உங்களுக்கே தெரியும். ஏன்? rank of the matrix ஓட maximum value எவ்வளோ? maximum value equal to order of the matrix தான். இங்க number of unknown vectors அப்படிங்கிறது order of the matrix equal தான் வந்திருக்கும். இப்போ இது 3 cross 3 matrixனா 3 variables இருக்கும், 4 cross 4 matrixனா 4 variables இருக்கும், 5 cross 5 matrixனா 5 variables இருக்கும். So what is the conclusion here? Based on the number of unknown vectors, right, we can define. அப்ப unknown vectors na indirectly I am talking about highest order or highest rank of the matrix only. So you can go maximum அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலா வரலாம், இல்ல அதோட less than வரலாம். Less than வந்துருச்சு அப்படினா that system will provide infinite number of solution. We can go with என்ன சொல்யூஷனாலும் நீங்க போட்டுக்கலாம். ஆனா அந்த ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன் எனக்கு ஒரு ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன் வந்திருக்கா, number of vectors ஓட கம்மியான variables தான் இங்க வந்திருக்கு. I mean rank of A is less than number of vectors. Okay, practically I won't want to talk, just remember these things now, right? Okay, fine. This is the condition will provide infinite solution, and this condition will give you finite number of solutions. Sorry, only one solution, that is called unique solution. Shall we proceed further? Yes. So guys, I am repeating once again, you all have to understand these two meanings. Just understand the names meanings. See, I am not letting you all to learn the mathematics. That's my responsibility, right? Understand the meaning of a dictionary in English dictionary. Don't look at these things in Tamil, right? Yeah, fine. Because the trivial word will come after some other subjects also, right? Okay, fine. Shall we start our journey with our non-homogeneous systems? Let me select some matrix and let me define, right, all these things. right? Slowly we will see, we will capture all these people one by one, right? Let us take some 2 cross 2 matrix, right? For example, listen guys, some vector variables is given. First we are going with the examples, right? First let me select example number 1. In example number 1, let me select some variable here. Twice of x1 plus 3 times of x2 equal to 4, and let me select 3 times of x1 plus 2 times of x2 equal to 2. There is some set of equations given. They are called vector equations, right? Now we all know for your linear equations how to write the matrix. That things we all know. We can define these things in terms of matrix. Now how will I define this one? Homogeneous, that is I am looking for either a system, either non-homogeneous system or homogeneous system. This is called non-homogeneous system. Why? Because it is looking like it is in the order of, right? It is looking like Ax equal to B. How it is looking like Ax equal to B? Check panilama. Yes. Now take this system, write it in terms of matrix. The matrix when I will not, first let me write it in terms of matrix. For that, let me consider coefficient of vectors. They are called eigenvectors, right? Coefficient of vectors can be defined as 2, 3, 3, 2. Yes. And with this, the number of vectors that we are going to consider x1 and x2. Whereas in the right hand side, we are going to consider the variables are called 4, 2. Happily we can write like this. See there, it is looking like Ax equal to B format. Clear? Now I told you find out the rank of A. The condition is first we are in non-homogeneous system. In non-homogeneous system, the condition number 1. In order to check whether the system on the solution la iruka illa no solution la irukandradha neenga check panni paathukom, correct ah? Adukku nam enna pannom, the mandatory condition in order to check whether the given system is having the solution or not, I will have to find out the rank of A as well as we have to find out the rank of AB, and then we should check, right, about these two people. If they are equal, then we might moving on to the number of solution. If they are not equal, then what I can say directly, I can write the answer as, see, if they are not equal, your answer is no solution. Okay, let's see. With this, find out the, guys, this is matrix A, this is your vector variable x, this is matrix B. Okay, let's find the rank of A. In order to find out the rank of A, let me moving on with the method number 1. Method number 1, number 2 model paathirukom. Either you can go up with the echelon form or you can go up with the method number 1. Finding the determinant of the matrix also we can define the rank, right? Let's proceed with that one. So in that procedure, if I am looking for rank of the matrix, then what I will get? In this case, find out the determinant. 2 cross 2, 4. 4 minus 9 equal to, so I can say it is equal to minus 5. It is not equal to 0. So the given matrix is what? Non-singular matrix. First conclusion is my matrix is non-singular. If it is non-singular, then I can write the next answer. For a non-singular matrix, rank of the matrix should be simply equal to order of the matrix, whereas order of the matrix is 2. So the answer is for matrix A, my rank is 2. Let's find the rank of AB. Let us find the rank of AB, right? Now, when we are looking for matrix AB, for that you will have to write, you will have to club them together. Let me club them. Matrix A is 2, 3, 3, 2, and here you will get 4, 2. Clear? Exactly. Now we have to find out the rank of this matrix. I said, right, what is the order of this matrix now? Its order is going to be, how many rows are there? 2 rows are there. How many columns are there? 3 columns are there. Yes, 3 columns are there. In order to know the rank of this matrix, now it has been clubbed together. If in the matrix rank when I told you, select the maximum subsquare matrix when we have non-square matrix. Select the maximum subsquare in order to find out the rank. Shall we proceed? Yes. Maximum subsquare na select I can go off with the, right? First in the 2 class numerator like this is not equal to 0. If I select these two people, that will become not equal to 0. And then select these two people. Select these two people, right? In a club A will be a club, right? That is the point where your A and B are being clubbed together. You can check right? Either you can go up with any one, right? You can not equal to 0 one, right? You can proceed answer. I said maximum subsquare matrix at least one determinant is not equal to 0, then the matrix of the, or there is the order of the matrix will become what? That is, sorry, rank of the matrix will become minimum of what? M comma n, number of rows comma columns, right? So since we have 2 comma 3, we have 2 comma 3, we can write our answer as, so that is going to be 2 only. That is not A now. It has been clubbed together. That is AB. Clear? So what is the conclusion here? See there, 2 cross 2, 4 minus 5. Sir, I இங்கே அதான் define பண்ணேன். Of course, ஆனா இங்க நீங்க கன்சிடர் பண்ணது மேட்ரிக்ஸ் A மட்டும். ஆனா இங்க வந்து கிளப் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. இப்போ நம்ம அதுல பாக்கும்போது இதுவும் ஒரு பாசிபிலிட்டியா வந்துரும். ரேங்க் A வும் இதுக்குள்ள AB ல ஒரு பாசிபிலிட்டியா தான் வரும். நீங்க அது குழப்பிக்கிட்டு இருக்க வேண்டிய வேலை கிடையாது, ரைட்? ஃபைன். ஓகே. அப்ப இதுக்கே not equal to 0 வந்துச்சு. Direct I can define. You can also cross check by taking some other people. Anyway, one possibility not equal to 0 வந்து ரெண்டு ரேங்க் டிஃபைன் பண்ணலாம். So the rank of the AB matrix also going to be 2. First conclusion, my system is having the solution. Solution வந்துருச்சு. I am really very happy with that, right? And the value is what? Rank of A I found that is equal to rank of AB. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Because rank of A 2, rank of AB 2 தான் வந்திருக்கு. பாருங்க கவனிங்க. Rank of A rank of AB 2 தான் sir. How many unknown variables are there? Vector variables x1 x2 அதுவும் 2 தான் இருக்கு. So that is also equal to unknown variables. So what is the solution? So the unknown vectors are number of unknown vectors. We can directly write the answer. So the conclusion is, if rank A, rank AB unknown vectors are equal, then the given system will have solution. That solution is called unique solution. The solution is called unique solution. That solution is called unique solution. So the correct answer for the given system, this given system is having unique solution. In the option, you can find 4 options. No solution, unique solution, infinite solution, 2 solution, or 3 solutions, 4 solutions, some different answer கொடுப்பாங்க. You'll have to pick the correct answer. That is very easy, very easy. Simply நீங்க solve பண்ணலாம். Clear? Okay, let us take some other example for your better understanding. Right? Let me take some other things. Now, take 2 plus 2 matrix only, right? Because you have to understand, that's enough. And then we will take some 3 plus 3 matrix for the understanding. Okay? Let us take one more 2 cross 2 matrix. Example number 2. Let me select matrix A 2 1 4 2. Clear? Yes. With this, let me select one more matrix here. Let us consider variable x1, variable x2 here, and here what I am going to consider. Let me consider here also. I am going to consider. Let us consider some 1 3. Okay, that is better option for us. Let me write the answer directly. Actually, the equation now it can be written as 2 times of x1 plus x2 equal to 1 and 4 times of x1 plus 2 times of x2 equal to 3. Is it correct? 4 into x1 plus 2 into x2 equal to 3. 2 into x1 plus 1 into x2 equal to 1. That is also correct. So from here we are writing it is in terms of matrix format. Clear? Fine. Let us find out the rank of A. In order to find out the rank of A, find out the determinant of A. If I find the determinant of A, 4 minus 4 will become 0. If the determinant of the matrix will become 0, then the rank of the matrix can be defined as it has to be less than the order of the matrix and it has to be greater than or equal to 1. So what is the conclusion here? What will be the order of the matrix? Order of the matrix, let us see, that is 2 cross 2. Its order is going to be less than 2. Anyone, what is the answer? Sir, definitely it has to be equal to 1, sir. Why? Because either it has to be equal to less than or equal to 1 or it has to be less than 2. அப்ப நடுவுல ஒரே ஒரு பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு. ஒன்னு 1 க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கலாம், 2 விட கம்மியா இருக்கலாம். ஆன்சர் 1 தான? Yes. So rank A is 1. Let us talk about rank AB. Now I would like to know the rank of AB. In order to define the rank of AB, first we have to club the matrix A with B. That's very important. Let us club them together such that this become 2 1 4 2. Let us draw a margin here such that I am clubbing matrix B with that is called augmentation. Shall we find out the determinant of the matrix? Of course, let's proceed. Anyway, first indicating determinant sub square. You see, what is order of the matrix? We are considering 2 rows. How many columns are there? We are considering 3 columns. Can you please find out the determinant of this matrix? Yes. If you want to find out the determinant of this matrix, see there, 2 into 2 will become 4. 4 minus 4 will become 0. I said we will have to go with the maximum subsquare matrix. That is very important, right? So anyway, first 2 cross 2 matrix determinant is going to be 0. What about the second case? I told you now, at least one 2 cross 2 matrix has to be not equal to 0 in order to obtain the rank of the matrix, right? So the conclusion is, see, the first 2 cross 2 matrix value will be equal to 0. What about the second 2 cross 2? 1 2 1 3. Determinant finally 3 minus 2 will be not equal to 0. I am getting 1. Yes, happily. So what is the rank of the matrix? In this case, rank of the matrix, since the maximum subsquare order determinant, right? The determinant of the maximum subsquare matrix is not equal to 0. So the rank of the matrix can be defined as, it should be equal to minimum value of number of rows comma columns. So that is equal to 2. What is the conclusion here? Rank of A is equal to what? Rank of A is 1. What about rank of AB? Rank of AB is equal to what? It is equal to 2. What is the conclusion? Rank of A is not equal to rank of AB. Do you have any solution? What is the correct answer for this question? For this given question, there is no solution. Why? I told you, if you want to obtain the solution, then you have to trace rank of A, rank of AB equal. So the given system, it has no solution. That is the correct answer for this one, right? So let us select one more example for this. It's very easy, guys, but you know there are numerous questions from this area. You can test TRB questions, TNEB questions, like GATE, BSc, some other BSc exams, right? Because its application is wide, right? Its application is wide. That's why majority of the questions will always be taken from this area, right? Fine. Let's take some other example also, right? Some other example in the sense, let me select 1, 2, 3, 6, right? 3, 6. Let us select some vector variable x1, okay, x2, such that let me go ahead, right? 1, 2, 1, 3, right? Let's see what happened. Shall we proceed further? Yes. I said, anyway, most of the times in your examination, vector equations only will be given to you. Vector in the sense, in the vector format, x1 plus twice of x2 equal to 1. Second case can be written as 3 times of x1 plus 6 times of x2 will be equal to 3. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Right? Now, yes, shall we proceed? Yes. Please do it by yourself. Don't wait for me. Find out the rank of A. Rank of A. In order to find out the rank of the matrix, first step we have to find out the determinant of the matrix. Determinant of the matrix is going to be what? 6 minus 6 is going to be 0. What will be the rank of the matrix? If the determinant is 0, then rank of the matrix can be, we all know, if determinant is 0, then that matrix is called a singular matrix. For a singular matrix, order of the matrix can be, rank of the matrix can be defined as, it has to be less than 1, it has to be greater than, it has to be greater than or equal to 1, it has to be less than n. What is n? Order of the matrix. What is the order of the matrix? 2 cross 2. So it has to be less than 2. Once again, just now I told you, if it is less than 2, then there is no option, it is equal to 1 only. So the correct answer is equal to 1. Rank of the matrix A is over. Let us club matrix A with B, and then we will find out the value of AB such that you will be able to get the answer for the second question, right? So let me club them together such that it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 6. It is become 1, 3. That is my new matrix, right? So new matrix order is what? That is A had been clubbed with B. In this process, number of rows 2, number of columns are going to be 3. Guys, please be a second. Yeah, just to find out the rank of this matrix, please quickly do it. Yeah. So what about the rank of this matrix? If you want to know the rank of this matrix, see, we have to find out. The thing is, listen, subsquare. A determinant finding 6 minus 6 will be 0. Again, 6 minus 6 will be 0. Again, cross product. You get 3 minus 3 will be 0. Such that all subsquare matrix are going to be 0. So that is called what? Maximum subsquare matrix determinant is equal to 0. Such that its maximum subsquare is singular. In order to obtain the rank of the matrix, you will have to go get, right? Rank of the matrix. Since the maximum subsquare matrix is singular, so its order is less than minimum value of 2, 3, and it has to be minimum value is equal to 1. Rank of the matrix is equal to, guys, listen, minimum value is 2, 3. So the possibility is rank of, not A, that is AB. Please club them together. I forgot to consider B here. So that is going to be what? Do you understand? See there, rank of A and the rank of AB are equal. Yes. Why? A also 1, AB also 1. Rank of A also 1, AB also 1. But what is the number of unknowns? How many unknowns are there? Unknowns are 2. Why we are considering 2 variables, x1, x2. So that is going to be 2. Are they equal? No. Our statement is rank of A equal to rank of AB, but it has to be, it is less than number of unknowns. If you find in the condition, see, we can write less than unknown. What is the answer? Your corresponding answer is infinite solution. See, you can equal solution exists. Less than number of unknowns are the infinite number of solutions. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. That is how we are finding the solution for non-homogeneous system, right? So in our tomorrow lecture, I will take some 3x3 matrix. I will demonstrate, and many questions are available in the examination. You can find any, you can take any question paper. I said now tier 18 we get PSUs, because this area application wise it's very wide. So from here you can find numerous questions. Let us crack all those things in our next class, right? I hope things are very clear to all. I have given small task just to see the difference between trivial and non-trivial solutions. Okay, trivial meaning, right? I am not looking for the solution from your side, just to see the meaning. That's enough. Okay, with this let's wind up the class. If you have any other doubts, please ask in the group, right? Thank you all.